Anama shia bi me nya bansere nti ye nhia wo konfo sisi me se kofita no ne kan wo se ne yera kosuata wo kontomasi wo akoma dan pa group na se ne niam mfi kura ne mo mu di fi utie Royal Sports e wo Otec FM 102.9 Royal Sports teacher could say pia
from Monday to Friday Royal Sports Jack, every day I'm listening to Otec Sports. I'm like it. It got smooth for me, you know. I'm love it. I'm kiss it. Oh, you be toast.
This is your boy Wayosi. Simu Kumasi ya Otec FM and one amiti. Na miti nso na miti
na ya babiem ya badin sempanam anwumre ye bia wa ote nka bia chiao ya kaw se Royal Sports zumadi e toso en9 ewo na otwe mu ena ye share dey by your stories bebre wa ha ye sha se ya ye be kwa kohwe stories a free outside Ghana eba enti ya tunu din foreign tidbits no ya na walasti no de mae but then nebi binti walasti entumi ma enti Eugene Maradona also yeah another fantastic presenter obeteki chard na fe ode yakọ ne ahwe nsem ay trendy wo me ne ka say Europa League and Conference League against yawodo koso na ebono nwotwe so a another batch of games enso be koso omu nyina so per teams o metumi qualify area call the next stage and the competition no emu ayedin just like the Champions League and Chelsea ne o maka tutu kwan kwaji goals bebregu omo ho na ya rehosem enura na chese enura no so mu declare state of emergency in England ho because teams entumi tu kwan kwaje goals mu omo ho saa dosun dodo so Arsenal ena omo ya ade etumi eti omo ho free defeat ho eno kra no amanfo pi were issues about Madueke penalty a referee Jima Arsenal enra but whatever be the case no Arsenal enya a very good first leg result at the Bay Arena Leverkusen enti yebehwe nyame adman na wotwe yeba be simu no you see what makes it more even difficult for the likes of Chelsea when they say weekend yi Paris Saint-Germain one only team be a Ori and a Ebo and they can afford to rest key players for Chelsea fixture no. Also, I'm pray for the title or Ligue 1 but omo match omo bon emu nya den. Weekend yi Chelsea win the Chelsea ni nebo. Newcastle no so no ono so Barcelona dan anim. Ono so bo Chelsea. Enti English clubs ne de nya mienu nukure ni adwuma na den. Spurs de this is send Jesus Christ de pano mienu pano na is 5 na fish saying mienu or chema ni pam pimpim mudi no sa wonders ni bi turning water into wine magical use here in the Bible ni mu bi no this e bi na si nyame adoma next week e Spurs full stadium ho because me nim kwan a Spurs betumi overturn his scoreline a very poor Spurs side but this is football. I mean football and Tiana Debia men pese may right to be off because you miracles upon miracles football mu. Enti next week be an interesting week. And right obi as Man City ebe Madrid as one say. Madrid ni be friend run usuro. Say usuro. Madrid the Drew stage no. Say Real Madrid bought Champions League match is usuro. Bra. Enro adia Madrid dey City no me which say me kura Jiminsem. Yes, I had a feeling say Madrid the Champions League side be or am betumi at 10 up any day near but I never expected so much City 3-0. Never. Inti me kura dey Jiminsem nra. Madrid o the home be dia grow. Champions League Madrid mo Liverpool mo and for us among call musu o mo charge ya waso be hye enrana mi busa Kofi the Chelsea be turn up Parc des Princes also Chelsea na ball Aston Villa no Chelsea na ball Barcelona no and be turn up and manisa Chelsea na ball Burnley ni list no and turn up e arehosem ye wie no na 5-2 Chelsea 4 mama yen says si form world champions wo fo ina nsia na msho mo 3 o mati o mo se 3 o mo so dia na otiti film 3-0 5-2 uti film 3-0 PSG atene ho but Chelsea the end of the fuck up so enti next week there send me kan no e be an interesting week. Very interesting week. Bodo Glimt. They say who team a support wa ko support Bodo Glimt. Na Renho. Wachi wa 3. Inter 3, Man City 3, and Sporting kwaje 3. Ovon de umunum 3 shetu bia wasasi so Bodo Glimt. Enti almost fairy tale story no guswa ekonanim. You better try to see unfold the second leg. All right, so we stories how do we be reactions be by after games no ne dey wo. Na Chelsea for no. Mu coach no. Afi na hwehwe mu abeda di say oye Rooney apprentice. When Rooney apprentice no crepa ne say asasi so master or kire wadwuma ewo a huge impact ewo success otherwise failure emu de bia wusua adwuma no de o kire wadwuma no ebetumi a kire kese pa wada say adwuma no behu ana wu ebe kan tia say enti fita fo bebre wo hono mo a omo ye masters ne because of masters a omo be hye omo asentem esua adwuma omo kire omo adwuma ni yie master bi so hono ma wa kire obi adwuma nipa na bon a no de nam system ni mu wo de o ka ma na no aye ni biara wo ko anim kakra na gasket ahye wo fa hase a is overheat a check an ni ade nsem bebre even teaching at the kire kra no omo colleges of education omo do final year omo call for mentorship ni ade ko she teacher ni bi ase wo sua kwan e fa so kira de mu coach no wa she Rooney ase pe Rooney so wa bomb brutal Rooney or do be relegations this year enti mu coach no de mi hu ni yie nansen Rosinia no sheda hu ni yie because no ye assistant coach Emma when Rooney or Derby County I mean Kwanka Rooney good Derby team no odo mo report obi mo fire no na Rosinia na an assistant ti bia ga ni sua adwuma free na dia ma me suspect no ti go 5-2 the other doors no 3-2 4-2 fine 5-2 but we mu nyina achi no men right obi are off miracle ebetumi asi one of the venues City by Etihad City ball against Madrid Etihad with a -3 goal deficit just like Chelsea and Spurs and Sporting omu nyina da form 3 difference 3 is there away goal nem founti also say also share difference 3 ni bi obe share 9-6 obe share 6-3 obe share 7-4 e also nya difference 3 ni bi now force game no to extra time Intiman right to be off. This is football. We've seen a lot of times near who clubs are over 10 score lines are very horrendous near there. Because United near Olympiacos be Van Persie. You over 10, you know. You call us almost 3 as a 2. You bet show me 3 Old Trafford. Van Persie bo hat-trick. Enti BBM no. This is football. Have a share the aka later. Kofila bi wa ha sei. Ena says Candy ene awa omunina beto mon ka odwumade so. Ti de be ne say ye be call amanoni aba ye ba ne abehwe de wo ho na ya discuss na fi stories e free fie ba no so ye de ho nkomotwetwe no ahyehyɛ so. It is looking more likely say it was a weekend here FA Cup games na wo Ghana. Ghana a boy FA Cup quarterfinals into Premier League on hold. Ti omo free more Premier League no or major ma home in our we they are trend the next one until Premier League football best and return your Ghana ha. But Emrena shall say konanim your stories were until the near feeding free ha. Shannon so say non do bo a boy na no ye be sorry so ni amakwa ma de wo so aba. Ti se sia ye be kwama no ne Yuji Maradona edie tu fa na ahwe nsema wo ho ye ba na nkomo aka akire bia no ye de amamu sikapa na producer for this show nti ya na wa share nso ye live on Facebook and Otec 102.9Fm page no so and then on YouTube so Otec Sports also kwa abenya sa channel no wa subscribe na fe mo dem comments agu e be kind ya mam later on ye frame Kanu samra kopim 10 na ye de dwumade mam nti yesre menye fidie ne mfria
and so Otec 102.9 Borum like share na comment Emma afofro and so enya bi enhwe enra ya say games bebrena and so eba so UEFA Champions League reactions no bebrena and so eba ya de musem brem and Europa League and Conference League games ahodo bebrena and so egusu a ekoso results and games and also 8 o'clock p.m. eba so no ya de emu enchemu nyina and so brem and other stories are make it around the world of sports ni nyina ya trans anwumre ya de emu nsem no and so brem anwumre Hotel School of Journalism and Communication Studies na make count for and so area ma say odai som and say in central adwuma no ebi and apesa wo ya Otec School of Journalism ho and also call na onso ogentete yama bibia and so ekoso kama and so erama Ghana Education Service omonsa ehasienti obam na 2 years Wabejen titiye no waji u diploma in journalism and media studies ama onsu udream no timi akoye na obano say newspaper reporting, broadcast journalism, media, law and ethics, marketing, communication skills, asonam investigative journalism ninyana lectures ama ben enso edin indiano show udream say hosting and also presentation and opese usua account news presentation, sports presentation and also DJing dia opese usua biano Hotel School of Journalism and Communication Studies na requirement no channel so say wasi holder the uhiam 3 passes elective and a core so na mature student mu nyina no mo so mo qualify some obagentitiam na bibia enso course kama uram Otec FM premises aha and a school no enso want Brown never jo form senebaya also obetimi agentity anumere ofre Hotel School of Journalism and Communication Studies in Penny for 0547 823 005 0547 823 005 into Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies and I make count for and so anumere chance here every Europa League games and also Abaso channel so say games ne bebrena egusu a ekoso na Bologna omotifie ni AS Roma game no egusu a ekoso yabo 80 minutes game no 1-1 Lille Metropole etifie ma Aston Villa abomo ekabako a omonso entimi enti ekano Oli Watkins ono enanya goal no and so Edama Aston Villa yabo 77 minutes Lille game no store Aston Villa amolidi by a goal to Panathinaikos if you amene Real Betis ba obia and so entimi ento atena Germany and a VfB Stuttgart if you ama FC Porto abomo ekamienu ama Stuttgart and so atikane mu baako game no egusu a ekoso 8 o'clock p.m. channel so say games no sign to so Europa League in Celta Vigo amobetena fie amene Olympic Lyon and so at a burning Ferran Varos and SC Braga game no and also 8 o'clock p.m. and Airbus Urem Belgium and a gang I'm in a Freiburg and so at a burning Nottingham Forest and then you I'm in a FC Midtjylland game no and also ebetimi abaso into when you know Europa League round of 16 games are and also Barcelona the results and the games are 8 o'clock p.m. and also Barcelona at the Atwell room or Conference League they say playoffs no games ni bi eguso course na AZ Akman omutifie 81 minutes amana Sparta Prague and so eguso ebo game no 1-1 Lech Poznan omutifie ma Shakhtar Donetsk abomo ekamienu ama Lech Poznan omonso atikanu Bako Rejika and a Strabu game no egusu a ekoso Strabu omo ebo away omo shetum ama Rejika and so atikanu Bako Samsuspor and Rayo Vallecano and so adia bani ama Vallecano ashetu Samsuspor and so atikanu Bako wey games are Conference League no and also egusu a ekoso 8 o'clock p.m. Yeah, this games I cannot answer at so Urem or Selhurst Park and a Crystal Palace and you may omni AEK Lanaka and so at a Bunny Europa Conference League in Fiorentina at Nefi Florence omni Rock game no and also at a Barcelona and Kelsaji omni AEK Athens and so at your Bunny National so Saklaba you're from a Sigma Olumok omni Mines 05 and so at a Bunny and you may 8 p.m. and a Sa game no and also Airbus into way Europa League and a Conference League games and you may Airbus and the Emunseminam and so at the Atu National so Nano Tuesday. and on Wednesday, and a UEFA Champions League round of 16 games, and also Etimi Ebaso, na Enumrei, and a Uram or UEFA. I'm also at the team of the week for round of 16 first leg, and so Etimi Ababontain, now Ure team of the league after the first leg, and also a barrier say, and then also a CT goalkeeper, your friend Thibaut Courtois, and a ram for team of the week, UEFA Champions League defenders, saying, and then also a CT Bayern Munich, player, your friend Joseph Stanisic, channels over the weekend, and also in your goal, and my Bayern Munich, Bobo Kono, Abra almost a success, Ama Atalanta, Eti Kanu Bako, Ismail Jacobs, left back, and so Adama Galatasaray, Boynum, and also Etimi Red Team, Uram, or central defenders now, your Robert Andrich, Bayer Leverkusen, Boyno, and so Etimi Aram, and a lead nomad, a player, Adama Atletico Madrid, Bobo Kono, a defenders are team of the week after UEFA Champions League first leg in a barrier. Sadia and also esi etia and edi emunchemuno and so edia mau na urem midfielders almost etimi urem team of the week na your boy your friend Sondre Fed a player and so anima club your from Bodo Glimt and also etimi Mario Lemina Galatasaray and there's a boy no and so etimi jinam nanu Tuesday and the only goal and my Galatasaray bra Liverpool and so etimi anti Kanu Federico Valverde a player the Madrid and on your hat trick, Abraham Madrid, SF Frame, Manchester City, and so Antimi Antekano, and that's a Federico Valverde, and so a UEFA, team of the week, na attack, say, and then also is here Michael Olise, a player at the Bayern Munich, Pobokon, and also in your brace, Abra Bayer S6, Ama Atalanta, at the Academy Bako, Julian Alvarez, Atletico Madrid, and a Boyno, and Esiaka, and a Kivicha, Cavaraskelia, and a Boyno, every bench, Ebena brace, and my PAG, Abra Michelle 5, and my Chelsea, and so take Kanu in its way, a UEFA Champions League, round of 16 first leg, team of the week, way. And it's the UEFA, and so I about to a na weakening na player, and also outstanding player of the week, UEFA Champions League, UEFA SCF to Bianim, some Madrid, midfielder, your friend Federico Valverde, or UEFA Champions League first leg games about Tuesday, and Rano, or no any player of the week to weigh any news. And you may, and also if you are bar and Eddie Enchemu, and so Adamana Ellen Haaland, striker, Adama Manchester City, Bobokon Urem, boy in a camper, Nefni Agentam, your friend Rafael Pimenta, Peninos Abamotin, Abacasa Ediafa, Adesa Boya, your friend Ellen Haaland, born in the future, not speculations, and so Egusua and Nemu, set and comedy air coso between agent and Ellen Haaland, the management and a Barcelona board, so almost next season, a boy no and so ebetimi akopiem Spain akosi akan ama Barca Boboko no eno na agent your friend Rafael Pimenta or say ensema kari nyina no se obia enso embongu nukre bia enso anim na Ellen Haaland ene the camp no se ebuo sonko enso ma Barca Boboko no but asat now enkomodie bia ne wa akoso between camp no and Barcelona club no way penyam friend Rafael Pimenta and some on also aka Eddie Alpha Ellen Haaland so on also stay and as a next season OPML club for way a new sam. And also, if you want to now Trent Alexander-Arnold after say Enra and also about 90 minutes at my Madrid, Abraham Moshe Frey, Emma Clubber, you're from Man City, and so Anthony Antiakano, and no Trent Alexander-Arnold, or say no, or feel it very, very well. No, over PML Madrid, no, I injuries upon injuries. Now say you're fit, no, or believe we say Kakan Kakra, and also able to me adapt Spain and Madrid, also club, or say a very good news. And so the man say Enra great game UEFA Champions League in him now on also 80 ejinam esia kan ama Madrid against Manchester City Boboko no now also say no there's a live Madrid no kakan kakra there's on also adapting kakan kakra say no obetimi aka say onya endru ho but obelivisan kakra on also ebetimi adapt abaya part of Real Madrid also Boboko no now also Enra winam Madrid and so no a great now oh player na oh boy at the ama Madrid Debiano also will believe so win no and also ebetimi aba way ATA Trent Alexander-Arnold Penyon and Koma on also Ekodin after say Enra game no and also etimi eba na urem El Paris and na Parc de Prince abra PSG and a Chelsea game no and also Elkos on the channel so said Chelsea omo win guy friend Pedro Neto and some pinchen and AC Emma Bob Boys and no omo ye adwuma no Pedro Neto ekosu bako and so ekoto crowd ni ma e de basa and so etimi eba pitch no so and no and anwumre UEFA almost oma open investigation into enra Pedro Neto and so etimi eye no UEFA say e unsporting behavior and enra Pedro Neto and also a danedi stadium investigation egusu a ekoso say e bona the necessary sanction and so ebetimi akọ and ama Chelsea winger your friend Pedro Neto way a news UEFA numere so ere aba na David Villa channel so we see kan Adama Atletico Madrid and Barcelona also Bobo na Yumrei news eba at free Atletico Madrid club him and it's a penino and that's also etimi appointino as one of the advisors Adama Atletico Madrid club no urem club no board no so also assign abaya member of the bois Atletico Madrid success stories no and also etimi akosom and David Villa penino and so edia to jam so I very happy so was I return Atletico Madrid or say in India onyan football no and odeba on board send Atletico Madrid niama and so ebetimi akoye way David Villa boy no comedian and also etimi edi after sa club no and so etimi appointed no as advisor obesan aseve Atletico Madrid board no so and command and also etimi akodi na according to Opta almost English clubs so far UEFA Champions League almost akan and so no probability so almost a room quarter finals no say and a percentage no and also a city de kan almost Arsenal and no room Germany ekunya 1-1 no Arsenal percentage so be coming quarter finals of UEFA Champions League no 78.1%. Now they say sure say next week Arsenal and so ebetimi win game no against Bayer Leverkusen almost Boboko no na Liverpool and so ebetina fie abo Edia Galatasaray almost Boboko no percentage no 51.4% way according to Opta percentage so Ediama Liverpool say likely say Liverpool and so ebetimi aseli through quarter finals of UEFA Champions League na Newcastle United ebetu kwan Barcelona and so kronim there say amane Barca edebe any percentage no 31.9. That's a Newcastle chances be quarter finals no and also form kakra na Manchester City no 17.1 and lose by 3 goals to 0 at Madrid Boboko no Chelsea 7%. Now it's according to Opta Kwen Biaso that's Chelsea and so free competition na Spurs and Tottenham Hotspur channel so first leg Atletico Madrid bomb 5 Tottenham and so Kanu mienu percentage 3.3% way according to Opta some English clubs no chances say coming UEFA Champions League no say and also esi etia yeri emunsemi nyina and so edema Jeremy Doku Wenger Enram boy no and so Asia kan edema Man City niema and so anshara ankoye na no and Jeremy Doku osise enra Madrid ashe almost free also obia and so believe say next week Etihad Stadium Manchester City and so ebetimi ashe free way Jeremy Doku and someone also aka after say enra kwaje free Santiago Bernabeu de believe say next week game also Etihad and Madrid edia burn you know there say Manchester Manchester City 3 no ɔmo nso ebetimi ahyebi wei Jeremy Doku and some boy no and at the Atuga national so say Chelsea Club World Cup no there's a last year almost edgy edition manasum USA na Enra Abra Enzo Fernandez ateka edema Chelsea game no year 2-2 no yes born in a celebrations no there's a badge at that Chelsea almost just in my Club World Cup badge no yes eno and also at the actual PAG almost fans and any players no enti Enzo Fernandez and Huro and I know Ohuru Paris Saint-Germain fans no any players no after say Osei 2 goals no and check and 3 goals no and also a 2 so a buy it way no ma enram and also a course so pack the prince yedi emunchemu ni nyina and so e man Zinedine Zidane a former manager. And so at Madrid, Bobocon Enra na or Santiago Bernabeu game Madrid and so a boy editor Man City in the Penino and so a community game nibi na game a barrier and central for a bopin Zinedine Zidane and also added to ga so boy I friend Freddy Valverde no or incredible na Enra Niema Freddy Valverde and so a no pitch and also no and time NC and Freddy Valverde and a boy no only ensemble bria and also now boy no enso a fantastic player going forward no ojidi so obetimi aboa Madrid UEFA Champions League in way Zinedine Zidane after say Enra game no ba awiye Santiago Bernabeu and a penino and so I didn't say when you know at two a now Bodo Glimt there's a club in this season near my our Champions League you know there's a bro and Tiasia so channel so me can have 2026 you see mono Bodo Glimt there's a lusu game 2026 Bodo Glimt and there's a lusu game bia na say and a rundown and also ACTS channel so in 2026 winning game UEFA Champions League game it's Manchester City Bobokono sign as Atletico Madrid and also a Champions League game Inter Milan first leg and second leg knockout phase winning it's Inter Milan also Bobokono sa and also it's uram nowhere sign about cup game it's Molde and also a 2026 Bodo Glimt assign a game no and Enra first leg UEFA Champions League no almost sign fie SF frame Sporting CP and so antimi antiakano it way Bodo Glimt in 2026 and Niema 1-1 and almost year football in 2026 and now there's also antimi elusu game way news and also everyone epa na urem Barcelona Bobokoro player your friend Lamine Yamal Shannon Sisa Bueno Nano Tuesday and a Barca Erum St. James Park at last minute Lamine Yamal Etekano Edema Barca yes a game a barrier Enra and Enan Urem Barca training complex Lamine Yamal and so Antimi and Katimino and any training yes a game Newcastle United Boria PM Spain yes a Bueno feel some discomfort 2 days in Bueno and so Antimi and training yes a medical team Barca and show Hansi Flick and then the technical team no senya me adomo china there's a preparations no and also ebeku so akoso boy no enso ebetimi return any team no abe training channel some Sunday Barca game Sevilla La Liga nim it way news if Lamine Yamal boy no aso eba enedi emunchemu no enso at the amount na Gary Neville say penyo or a former player at the Manchester United or sign at the TV so adwuma as panditry at the TV sahodo and a Gary Neville and a bomber on also at the Atuja and it's a Premier League eguso ebri also ono nani beje pa so Tottenham Hotspur ye relegate you and so at the free Premier League nima ade say eno so ebe ne de na Tottenham free league nima about your Premier League, you know, how competitive and also Tottenham Hotspur, almost status, our Premier League, almost me a pushy for top 4 Champions League, almost a Bobby, almost me our top 4, top 6, almost me a complete into this season Premier League, you know. Boy, not Tottenham, you relegate your man about your how competitive Premier League, you know, and also a way Gary Neville and Command Penino and so Akodi and Eddie Emunchemuno and so Edemana John Mikel Obi and also Akasa ɛde afa Arsenal ho ɔse league a yɛbɔ ɛwɔ England no Arsenal deɛ ɛsoro ɔmo da no ɔno Mikel Obi still ɔnyɛ convinced sɛ Arsenal league no ɔmo nso ebetimi agye ɔso deɛ hwadeɛ league a yɛbɔ Arsenal ɔmo wɔ game a ɔmo akɔpiem ɛwɔ Etihad ɛne Manchester City akɔbɔ ɔse ɛhɔnom ɛna de asɛm ne nyinaa bɛba si yɛduru hɔnom na yɛkɛn aka bɛyɛ 3 points between Arsenal ɛne Man City na Arsenal ɛkɔpiem ɛwɔ Etihad a ɛhɔ ɛna Arsenal foɔ no ɛnso ɛbɛ mɛse nneɛma up Man City ɛbɛhyɛ ɔmo into ɔno Mikel Obi deɛ still ɔyɛ convinced sɛ league no ɛnya adeɛ sɛ Arsenal ɔno nso ɛbɛtumi astake ne neck ɛne ne chest out sɛ league no Arsenal ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ ɔmo nso ɛgye ɛde ɛsi ɔmo na so agye sɛ saa game a ɔmo kɔ pm ɛwɔ hard no ɔmo nso ɛtumi kɔ na ɔmo konya good results ansa na ɔno nso ɛtumi agye atom sɛ league no Arsenal ɛnso ɛbɛtumi agye na Donek Heba Mecha ɛnwumere me kanfo ɛnso ɛde ama sɛ for your male vitality pɛ the measure of the moment a ɛyɛ Donek no ɛno bi ɛna wokɔ adwaman so a ɛwɔ sɛ wopɛ bi na wotumi ɛtɔ ɛyɛ Diamond Scientific Heba and Research Clinic mpanyinfoɔ ɛna de Donek Heba Mecha no ɛnso aba adwaman so a ɛma ɛne mmarima nyinaa ɛnso ɛbobɔ sɛ ɛyɛ premature ejaculation anaasɛ ɔnom ama na boost your sperm count ama nneɛma ɛnso ɛtumi akɔyie wa immune system no ɛwɔ fam no ɛyɛ Donek Heba Mecha no ebi ɛna ɔsɛ wopɛ na ɔbɛbɔ ɛbɛboa ama wo brain no ɛno nso ɛtumi asi so yɛ obi wɔ hɔnom a sɛ ɛyɛ ni na dwon so ɛnso ɛde no ɛnya de papa pɛ Donek Heba Mecha no ebi ɛnom na ɛmmoa na ɛntu saa nneɛma no ne nyinaa ɛnso ase ɛmfiri hɔ bɛrima bi wɔ hɔ a ɔno nso ɛni atenka yɛde ɛkɔ ɔbaa ho low libido ona Donek Heba Mecha no ebi ɛboba ne nyinaa no ɛbɛboa ɛtutu aseɛ ɛnso ɛde ama wa ɔnso ɔtena office from anopa ɛkɔsi anyuma no bobɔ bi sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a osisi yare no ne nyinaa so aseɛ ɛbɛtumi ɛtu ama nneɛma akɔye ɛde ama enti Donek Heba Mecha no ɛna mekanfo ɛnso ɛde ama Kumasi a uwuram Kolinak Misty Heba Osons Chemic Apidank Sam & Co Adia Pharmacy Habme Obuasefo no muram Smart Heba Fojo Heba Asante Bekwai for muram wɔ hɔ a Donek Heba Mecha no ɔmo nso agye bi egu hɔ a ɔmo ɛtɔm uram tɛkyimana mo uram abiduro fie ho abɛsam weniba bisa nyame Heba saa so na boakye ansa Cape Coast takrade AA Mensa saa so na aguna hradrom Mr Anson anaasɛ Class Farm Pharmacy ho nya no okwa Donek Heba Mecha no sɛ baako ɛna opɛ anaasɛ duduom ɛna opɛ no okwa onsa ɛnso ɛbɛka bi takwa owas na saa so na uram wa ɛno Charlie Seba ɔmo ne gye bank no opposite call na Donek Heba Mecha no mo nso ko pe bi eto na bibia enso enko so kama from anumere Fred Donek Heba Mecha doctors no 0246 727677 0246 727677 enti Donek Heba Mecha na me kanfo enso edama se pebi na to na bobɔ na entu yare no ni nyina ase enso efoma yewram Sweden omo national team no channel so se former Chelsea and Brighton and Hove Albion omo manager ya friend Graham Potter penyino and elbo adwuma enso edama Sweden omo national team no na anwumere na news and also Eba and say Graham Potter penny also extending the contract with Sweden national team no 6 years and Graham Potter and so at the account 4 years rather but penny no and so asaya or tena there's Sweden national team no till 2030 abajuma at the Sweden national team no way news uram the Swedish FA and you may also at the Ababa Tuga na Alvaro Arbeloa say ono and a manager at the Madrid Boboko na Penino and so Akokasa at the from Madrid goalkeeper your friend Thibaut Courtois and no and Alvaro Arbeloa and so at the Tuga sa ono set bo eba Thibaut Courtois goala ono so eda wiasin ojidi se obia and so and the baya gnim say Thibaut Courtois at the post nima Niema ono nso etimi no very unbelievable and time NC keepers bebre na niema Tibu Courtois enso eye no omo nso etimi eye bi enti Tibu Courtois de oye unbelievable on the day even Madrid omo nso eho echi omo no Tibu Courtois eye one player ono nso etimi eginam esevi omo ema niema enso ekoso kama ede ma Madrid omo boboko no wey Alvaro Arbeloa enkoma ono nso etimi akodi na enra channel nso se boy your friend Thiago Petach young boy enra Alvaro Arbeloa my boy any chance ni Asia kan bi na ade se boy no enso abaye player ono nso edi kan a Spanish player ono nso etimi enya ne debut UEFA Champions League nim enso edama Madrid omo boboko ne channel so say the first time ebi esi no na 1996 Raul ono ene first Spanish player na the age no former onyane debut enso edema Madrid omo boboko no say Thiago Petach enso etimi ayesa record ni bi enra onyakwanya Asia kan UEFA Champions League nim edema Madrid omo boboko ni twin news and also efri onum eba na Rodri midfielder enso edema Man City omo boboko no se enra ankoye amfama Man City na say no omo nyina no de omo ka ene se come back no omo believe se anonso ebetimi ayejuma enti odie wan wonjindi se next week Man City enso ebetimi ase Madrid by 3 goals ni no odie kekania ope omo Man City ayade se omo believe se omo nso ebetimi aye ama niema enso etimi akoso kama wey Rodri ensema ononso akam after se enra Man City lose by 3 goals to nil na Pep Guardiola enra after so lose game no and odi atuga se Fede Valverde boy no a fantastic player na boy no ono on said who the number of positions Fede Valverde and so etimi epo pitch no esa se boy no position bia ogina no ono nso etimi perform ama bibia enso akoso kama enti Pep Guardiola consider se Fede Valverde an incredible player na sisi and breaking news Eba and say Pedro Neto after say UEFA and so I open investigation to Enra say announce Ekosum boy pack the prince no they say news Eba and say Pedro Neto and so apologize to boy no so boy pack the prince they say personally announce any boy no akasa sorry and so the achi no say Enra out of frustrations emana and mass ade no and also etimi esi and Pedro Neto and so aka sorry e de ache boy no o se niema ono so no wajitum te ense enfata se ni player enra na also ono so sade no enti opobi achewa ono so diatum se enra niema o no so anshara ankoyem we Pedro Neto ensema enwrei ono so e de ababonten e de emunchemu no enso e de ama favor natural health care and you may kanfo enso ediamao se ayade se niema enso how oye bema anase oye ba na gonorrhea and how say syphilis anase UTI urinary tract infection and how a favor natural health care omo asoye and also call na doctor favor enso eboa ama niema enso ekoso kama enso edema na hwehwe favor natural health care omo asoye urem odiase dote Bola Johnson eho ana oko na oni Dr. Favor abo impunimpu ama bibia enso akoso kama rem Dr. Favor asoye onom enamu yare nko ana Dr. Favor ono nso ehwe enti oko duase dote udru Bola Johnson ade se taxi station busa taxi fonom se oko Dr. Favor natural health care asoye omo be chiro anasa friend numbers in 0245378255 0245378255 into a favor natural health care omasoye ana oko na Dr. Favor enso aboa na se gonorrhea syphilis ana se UTI ana how no watutu ni nyina se enso ediamao ama bibia enso akoso kama na urem Liverpool omo bobo konoma yesi say Liverpool mpanyufo no say omo consider some manager your friend and slot and she na season a berry ya omo nso ebetimi a replace manager no near say former Madrid omo manager the friend Xabi Alonso or your candidate ono nso ejina ya obetimi abaye the next manager enso e de ama Liverpool enti komodie no egusu a ekosom between Liverpool and Xabi Alonso say Anslot ejuma no say Liverpool panyfo eje e de afri ne nsema ade say Xabi Alonso enso ebaba abeto ejuma no so enso e de ama Liverpool amna no ko ensem no doso ba urem ofia ensem no bebre na enso han panyfo ebetena se na omabiem ama onso won se de eno nso esi etie onti amana ne nsem no aha ene edi ni nyina enso esi
Mai bia ka wo wa mi wo miomi.
Eka ya ma wo miomi. Eka ko le wo se ko.
Right, you better use us, you better 12 minutes, so you're just about 12 minutes away from 8. Otec 102.9. You better call Vema Plus for us, Dr. Riwa, Doc. Na Bumbo Cordia. Nice one. Namiadum, the BI fine.
Nice one. Lacoste say Lacoste.
All right.
But we didn't have you.
Oh, sure, yeah.
If
you had a bench player, be
a
starter.
We now Real Madrid players on Real Madrid players on
All right,
sure.
And yeah, Monko Kakra. But now, yeah, met to Jumadian Sua.
Sure, let me see in Chebucha for Muti Otec 102.9. Otec Royal Sports, Vema Plus Company Limited. Me patcho edim rese ya yenso ye ba e de apomodin komo e de beto so ma bibia e kama abusua ye ka Vema Plus ye wondro makonan ye wo Prostavite ye wo X Drive Little and a Dinat capsules mo amato product ni bi anom de mo testify sampa ye ka herbal product e ye adwuma ye pa e free Vema Plus ya kache odofo wo ye bema o mema sem no enkoye ye guso e ka ene wodi nkomo se enonom quick action product so memma sem enko ya eye bibi ena kotreka bibi nti bibi atrega bibi ne onu nti a eni memma sem enko ye first na nka obo adwuma pa in the day oba enan ena enum kwapo nya sebi obotuma yo munyina ho adwuma kama be ene oyire waware no 1 minute po eye woden 2 minutes po eye woden utumi ko as far as 4 months 5 months 6 months 1 year non to po fa ho enka woyire wonso a won nyare oba no so nyare na mmom enam se omodebo won pem enso ani no oba no bofu eba sa ware ni mpo no bonde ne enye adwuma oni tie ni wodi nkomo se ba na sexual weakness a ope product edi tu ase a ye fere X Drive capsules me pacho product we be bia to bia fra se doc me hu improvement e o me mayem doc mbe ma so ran hodin crapo enim na mentumi nni agro ye ewompem na me lose me confidence nti me hu obampa metumi approach oba because me say me ni kodem ma megu me hu ani mase doc na me no bitters na me dey spray and am ato na me spray mbe ma ho na me twi stone na me ye na me bebre ba me nom X Drive capsules no me hu difference be ma oni oba ekompem enkono no bibia sa wo ye rare man enkompem enkonkono bibia sa no ne oba kwakosia nti ene no cholesterol na build up no wudi abankwan wudi nkatenkwan angwa mo wonum tea na we no na yedidi no ade fe ne cholesterol angwa build up wontirim kakran tubo wuro mo 30 with 35 40 no eya mpema gudi entisembra na wo 20 no ene eye 18 years no ubosira mpema gudi aba form because of cholesterol wa build up wo untirim bebre sanso so enene stress be ma odwunjiri bebre untum perform wo mpem se de bia school fees da so yare wo hono sikasem wo hono adwumasem a eba sa woni sound mind because sex is startifi yadwemu ti the moment wadwemu enda hono anasa adwendwene na doso no untumi perform yi sanso na ye wo yare ti say diabetes and pressure wo ye be ma ye kaso nya diabetes wo ye be me kaso nya pressure pe na afi no yem so ahyew adenti akwaku no so ba badwodwo empo omo sa no diabetes aduro ana pressure aduro no kura de na afi na ginsem kura nti mema sabi omunya diabetes ana mo pressure no omo de dance say onya diabetes no onya pressure ne mema sam de enye papada oni tia mini wudi nkomo say nyagidie ko herbal shop ko pharmacy shop ukwaso per X drive capsules oye bema ukoda ade ye nyame wado mo nkwana hode a from 4 to 6 e so hu so bema asori e chia good morning say wodi ade chia obema sorry say na daudi memre e kire wo say sebi opomudi nkoye wa wo bampo 3 years 2 years eduana pa na odwonso bu say ne bema asori wona che say ampa wo ye bema nti bema na de e che say bema na erection so the moment a uhu erection no che say oh how bomano ni nkomo on 0244 370 702 0244 370 702 050 210 4343 050 210 4343 bomade fe ni bedin komo on X drive na bibia aye kama wo low sperm count be ma hwe X drive na nom bibia be fine ye wo memo mo adwunsom haw ye wo ma omo adwunsom haw jonso eye waste product eye ade a body ni empe inti anytime bia obagin so bia meaning say body ni empe adefi yaba oni peduam ni pedua ni empe nti ni pedua se enkwa abonten no onya kwan enye na dwuma se ne sefata inti mu a modwo nso emaye no sabi mu kipi bola ewo oni peduam na the more na kipi waste enso ewo dem no sabi obobon inti oni pedua no jonso na jonso ema no jonso na jonso sope no na dodo na kawo bladder nim no hu se ekofa how edi aba oye bema me pacho awose wo dwonso na dwonso fili yan dwonso ensu yan dwonso mfe yesen yan dwonso entape ye nan men dwonso ema bemam enhyehew so wo sa feelings na wo sa de we a eye how uhia prostavite capsules open herbal product me pacho eye very effective efficacy na I say na ho den ewo sora eye prostavite capsules inti me pacho bema won hu say unyini wo twem 30 years o prostate ne eye kase o ewo so mo wadwere ko ho emayen ko share rubber to Fevema Plus emayen ko surgery answer no Fevema Plus onimi udi nkomo yi ana meni udi nkomo ya wenya 30 35 40 50 years no prostavite capsules na embo prostate no ban unim kokram anasa cancer eto prostate na to proton we be ma sabi ebedwodwo kura ebekun anase ebeje nkwa afimusem ye wo enlargement ne be ma unyina na prostate no so ehono ana eye kese infections enso eko prostate mu oni oba ahyiam ewondem no gonorrhea syphilis no any other infections no efa be mam didia ko prostate mu a ono so kokoso prostatitis ekofa how e de brew prostate nti wo ye be ma bo prostate ho ban se na be ya sa how bi enkonkoto ebi fra se adok Matias yentisia mitobi nom se na be ya akira bi kokram enkotom prostate mu se na be akira bi enkosha me rubber because me na mkoba mabusuan didi me na mkoba ye bibia nti se ya sha me rubber ebesi den na ma ye adwuma ono no komo ye ni wudi o se be ma se ya sha rubber ene me 21st century na young guy ya sha rubber adan ya also prostate enlargement dabi eye error inti mini wudi nkomo no hu se unyini no prostate no eye kese e wo se otu anamon uhia prostavite capsules ojonso a sebi smell na banana ye den ebompa ojonso a very darkish bi sa no mani nyina bi e wo ho a bomana no prostavite obu ojonso a moja ewom oba mi so tie infections e ha no mami UTI how oba ojonso ya e wo so ojonso sope wase kwan aye kese nsuo egugu gonosyphilis de bia ono fight because oko public toilet baby a wo ja na baby a ojonso no ho no enye WC nipa be 3 4 5 ena wisu detergent pass sabi ye de clean WC no ono so side effect e wo ba so nti oyo ba wa hemfio memfe ni agro enye sa be how oba bia naturally aya wo discharge kakra but oba bi discharge insure bi fino ba sabi enkoye kura sabi ebon in kind of fume banana thing strong smell pa menim edin komo hwehwe prostavite capsules pro starvite capsules ɛbɛboa bia kama sɛ adwo somehow anayɛ infection woyɛ ɔba woyɛ bɛma wohia pro starvite capsules ɔba wadi abro 10 years adasede ne bebree ebia wo miɛnsa ɔse doc meda na me dwonsɔm a wo miɛnsa ɔnom pro starvite na ɛnyame adom ne ho atɔ no nti wodeɛ no mpɛpakyɛ ɔnom a ho bɛtɔ nti wonom obi ɔda dwonsɔ ɛmfɔm no ne mfie bɔmmɔde na tɔ pro starvite ɛma no 0244 370 702 0244 370 702 050 210 4343 050 210 4343 na yɛni ɛho ɛnkɔmɔ abusua maka kyerɛw sɛ adeɛ baako a gu nipa nim ase ɛyɛ yare ɛfɛ ne halitosis sɛ obi a sɛbi ohome a ɛbɔn anaa wo kasa ɛbɔn chairman ɛnyɛ mame ɛwɔ sɛ wotu aseɛ wotumi hyia onipa kɛseɛ bi paa ne yɛabɔ ne dibre akyerɛw nanso sɛbi ɔkasa n'anum ɛwɔ nka utumi say na nipa with a very respected person pound inti aden na nanum ɛwɔ nka halitosis and respecti obia inti halitosis ɛyade ba ko ɛmfa no office ɛmfa no occupation ɔno ɔchi obia ɔno tia meka sɛ sɛ wo yɛ ɔba anasa wo yɛ bɛma the moment a wodidi no nko ade wanum ɛbɛyi nka na mom ebidie bon papa sebi okasa bon ohomia bon o man nsa so a ne odihuti fifra enkadie kire enya agrokra sa nipa ne hia edure fa ne little capsules so onom little capsules a etu ase e de man meaning say a bacteria de kofa hawn e de eba na ye ka halitosis asabi efiwiyem e wo intestines nim into o lungs o liver wo throat na ina koso eye halitosis nti nya bi ba kopɛ nti wo twetwe wo sia na pa awia no wadwene uyem so wadwene umojam imwa na wo ho no oni tia be ne wodi nkomo sɛ ɛsɛ wo twetwe wo sia na pa na anwumre na mo so batwiti halitosis wo batu anum kankan ase wo batu sabi body odor ana motuem kankan ase a gise wo fa dura ye fa ne little capsules mo am kwa mo mrim ne watu akokwanta kasha na sum na oyi amaman no sɛ ne ebese betu ne begyae a ɛyɛ little sanso na mo amhwene kwata sisi code HM 247 was mididi agina mebo anase mididi aduane and digest na break it down ye na nafu aikutu sa wonom product a efe ne little capsules eboaw sanso e boost immune system no ade ba ko eboa ma de be ho ahode ne se onipa immune system is stronger yare antumi encho basa na halitosis unya na mo na sa fight against immune system no nti omo suppress immune system na feed o kasa akumo nanso onom little no fight against bacteria no na sanso improve and boost immune system no e di amount na watumi ade ho oni tia make catch say entwem obi nkase wonum wonka entwem obi nkase motuem e wonka entwem obi nkase ade na wi flames sa ade na nkoto lito na wonom anapanum 2 enwumrenum 2 so okoso eye ne sa da bia wonum ehwam wa motuem ehwam unya confidence ne obadi nkomo unya confidence ne be madi nkomo utumi hagi obi a unsuro because unya nka boni bia enso ewo nipa no ho na bibia aye kama ye fe ne little capsules little for halitosis body odor product ne fe little capsules now ye wo dinat ne ye manko na enom oyoba me kirao hwehwe dinat na tobi nom obi se doc me nom dinat no me menses ne bakama na maten kanso de asisia de unua ba se me hwam de oba so ho ye de da aware ne ye de o empratwa na relationship de because so oba watenka otumi initiate sex otumi test ne kunu se adade ena nwure de obafia ese pese me no ye bibia na pese ye bibi ona ma ware ne so enye one way se de bia be ma ne kwa be request enti sa wo ye oba wo so hu sa de we na balance ne yoma e wo fie na mo wo ne atenka nti sabia adwene bia mpo mampo se ka kire ku se nyo po adwene obafia mo mu de be hiem anasa mbadi agro e wo mpem na so watenka na otumi dwene bibi sei na me ne wudi nkomo na kosia entra mo bi nje wukunu se me de bra kwaku ye menua bra kwaku anya onua ye wukunu na mo watenka teko nti na hu se e wonua no boma na hwe dinat capsules o menses ne emma menses ne ba 1 2 na twa menses se bi moja na yetun moja na ba papo bi sebi menses ne ba wanka to se bi ye fi ho ba no sebi enkoye onna me ne wudi nkomo se wo menstrual issues a uhia dinat capsules wo mu sa wo te ya pa severe one ano ye den pains na wo go through ano ye den pa me bomode na hwe eye dinat capsules se wonom dinat capsules a menstrual pains and menstrual cramps no na aye se de sika bi twa wayase no aye se koto bi hye wayase no ebetu ase ama na wonyamfa ahudie Vama Plus any wudi nkomo se oyo ba enonom eye painkiller menstrual pains ewo so a enom painkiller no enye effective emma eye menstrual pains no eye hwe dinat capsules se wonom dinat na wonom se de be kire wa onsabuo aka nyina no omuwunsa ente yaw biem because eye error so ba obuwunsa wote yaw the moment you better yaw no chese e how be ekoso o body release chemical from prostaglandin eye bebre ewo we o veins ni mu anantini ni mu a ono na ma wote yaw very sharp pain ewo ayase no nti se wonom dinat capsules a na tu sa ayase yaw na afiwo na menses na bakama na waten kanso aba na wa your best man bibia kama nti oba na obu ni se complain no pedinat efama no na bibia abeye kama papa ma na pomuden enso akoye nti ebusu wondro makoma nan makasa for X drive so ye bema eso to bu adwuma wompem nti modern born enso ni aye X drive June somehow ana infections oba ne bema ehia pro starvite capsules sanso na bana num ka motum ka eye lito menses no eye dinat oni ani nkomo on 0244 370 702 0244 370 702 050 210 4343 050 210 4343 Herbal Shop Pharmacy shop you be and also per Pro Starvite X Drive little any dinat honum na mo fara ni uni nkomo na ya mo na ya tumi explain in your be brain chiro na tini mo ase na to use product no na bibia ay kama e di amount so legend e be da was ba
so that say all right
ai bia ka wo wa mi wo miomi e ka ya ma wo miomi e ka ko ne wo se ko anga ya
Alright, no watch about Pausimano and Sia Yeguswa Waha Otec 102.9 Sunye Royal Sports Wasugua Utenu. They say Kanu Daho say you better to come at the Alpha Stories are Eugene Ediaguano.
Eh, Mawapam. One by singer genom. I better one a la no me. No magbo no obi mauna ye ehe mawa saminya lono mrade sa onga jeni isi nehi draw blome nehi leke wose kono bo yawe kwade boke jino kase silimo ehe mawa mi pa.
Right, young queen, sir.
Kanu.
Senior Boko, yeah.
Nyami adum na onso e.
Nyami adum.
Ede nyami ase pa.
Yankopo adum. Eni na nanu mo daruma.
Bibia e fine. Say Barbara Room se me fan krebi ma o. Wase me nchia o.
Okay, all right.
Barbara Room.
Okay.
Oba Amsterdam SRC Sports and Games Secretary.
Okay.
Was me kan just watch out pa.
Okay.
No onko mu bi we chiro no ubedi.
Okay. Okay. Mejeno so.
Crucial so chiao.
Crucial, yeah, crucial. Crucial. All right, go be.
Senior
Naboko there.
Oh, about the other Roma. Any actually, no money be.
That's right.
That's
right. Europa League.
Not in a sense, can this race.
Everyone say, yeah, what Champions League about Kofi, but don't say Juventus Colours.
You was your free money,
and I said the Newcastle Colours.
Them cover baby, now. Coming.
All right. Senior, with the Mama young quay. Now, say Iran for not confirm, say, World Cup no more free. And now Donald Trump to say, Iran for no, war come to the US. But a bear papa say, ma for more safety, no more life. So, for more safety. More bambo, any or more quantino. Omo pa mama. The work happened there, the slot back kwa bada hono. Nigeria for ntwum protest no mo nyemfa because Nigeria for so case no so mo gusu di akire pa o. Ya be bo playoffs yi match ye DR Congo ko bo playoffs match ye. And so still Nigeria gusu anu mo twema nso. Enya easy. Nigeria for no crash say 2 players be a Congo for na mfre omo for playoffs no. Omo Nigeria for na seme de because our players ni na cancer our players say one bisa kan other guy. All right. Timu ma ye hwe nsem ni mu na. One na sha sia man sia.
Oh, mami sha sia no same right. Yo. For the FIFA World Cup ni die. Say ye dikaya kan ye fierce tada. And from the look of things na Kanu and we ya nya World Cup be exciting. Seriously, and a hard being power because this is the biggest when it comes to football. And it is the biggest stage. In Tinikwan say it drew where no maybe be for him.
Sir, FIFA president Infantino Susu Akushia Donald Trump. I'm Trump a shene boss say World Cup in the omuni omuni bibie no ebesi bon no be koso se ne o ma hye ne pepe
ne nsema wo se kikan ekire Irani die na kire se be koso pepe se Kanu ka kire obi se oh wo betumi aba me nchen but for wow safety nti wo pa me ma na o pese o chika se na kire
o pese o kan tintin se
indirect no pese o ka kire se means ho na wo si ho a bibia betimi ato
no me say Iran dey na different story from we no person che say when zaman for fears say whilst a World Cup no cause na be a man for betimi a launch weapons ni ma bibira ba US so ma na be scatter ni mani ade e no o shebo say US be safe
okay
but I'm say Iran for no kwa no be so che say omo safety dey ontimi guarantee Ghana Premier League for block no we can't guarantee your safety supporters to make us say we can't guarantee your safety meanwhile munye security for
nti pa memma
no me so mo kan nyina zo ba bebo we can't guarantee your safety no as a children no ba bebo
okwa bibi beto e betumi aye even more than a bro nti ni no what now baby atwe
o statement am he wedding na ho na as a history but as a pan ye kanu the Iran national soccer team is welcome to the World Cup, but I really don't believe it is appropriate for them to be there for their own life and safety. Donald Trump.
Now we are so if you believe that ubi ntimi fire bibia emebroye ho dia and you say national team nunya bedura almost so they should be safe.
Well, two angles like na Kanu pese nka all state no. Iran fund the omba hwa bibi beto omo. Anebia Iran fund mom kwa betima ba ho avalanche from within. Into Iran
at this stage you can't trust your opponent and as who enemy.
Yes. Into Iran fund there omo ba hwa World Cup ni bia na ankoye fe amomo omo TV so nyefe but so mu gina nchen dia ene World Cup na wo ba bia no we safe sana Donald Trump person waka say the World Cup can go on hwi ni ho ebesi nemo Iran de wa hwe no president kwa akọka say hwi nsi momra obi nam street so na o target Iran for no simply because we are American ebi o feel say one or two people be ewu Iran for and I'm almost not saying Pakonu no or retaliate here. And you because on home soil, US home soil, and you attack Iran for and look at the nice say war ankasa or move be declare on them. A statement that it is not lightly. Infantino ankasa no. I think he is the FA president among FIFA president among say I say was any politicians no was our vibes no. That was not seen from Sepp Blatter. Even Havelange would mean Tracy tends to that level of politics now. It is known, say even before Donald Trump became the president, now Infantino in their private life almost share pain. Now omonya sa kind of ayonkofana pain. It would be a message time about White House. Na on Trump ebeshia I mean Infantino sa gathering Ronaldo Crano ekopi mu hobina. Osan ekai amanfo akora say on Trump relationship no e date back not even time ya or president. Ni involvement and I say ni relationship with the US president osan real cool you know. I mean, I say what the whole bata politics, mudoto chance and conversion in football. No,
I say the predecessor no
one tessa.
Politicians na a man about form.
Yes, a US for ya so.
See, for looking smart now for doing bomb.
Looking smart. FIFA for a football for in a chess. Or more operations no obi amembi.
Politician strictly international diplomacy. You say sure. World Cup na ko US intina ma on US wo twaka ama ono so looking smart etumi ally Donald Trump create award bi kure bi ni asase so ma no trying to make sure say Trump be nyasa trimude na World Cup ni ya mana the best and omo kan and then also I'm share the other aspect say Blatter ebo from ni nyina no politicians yeah. So, and a politician, so the other who bore more. Mutime Punkomoni man ye.
It would him say, the SC panel, any Donald Trump meeting or Sunday no choir, any enough grounds a Iran for bit imagine so I can say, as someone Infantino Akachomo, they don't trust it. So to make sure because walk up in the Mumra, because just last week here, and I show say, or I show Iran say, on Trump a meeting, and Trump I show and say, she knew we be in Iran for Hong Kong say on walk up into Mumra. And then Trump na say free chirisa meeting no my na assurance or no. I could post to on truth say sa Iran team na ho no. Omo promote si omo kon so a US ko mo ma ho. Asem titi nyina no. Na o hwe the sports minister for Iran said you see describe asem na mami nku to no wahanom or say given that this corrupt government has assassinated our leader under no circumstance do we have the appropriate conditions to participate in the World Cup. Our boys are not safe and conditions for participation do not exist. Nti said the okay no surrender, no retreat. Nti we more retreat is a World Cup no omomo. Regardless of the assurance Infantino go so no mo di nkomo any omo kan nyina no. And Trump there they will be boom. I think Trump saw that kind of conversation between Iran and FIFA say World Cup no dey e ho badwu nti momra. But like we said it, I predicted I said it the very day na first strike no call na on Sunday morning be. Na me say Saudi we is intino Iran will not set foot omu US no mu so man komonko
Yeah.
Let me re-echo again how US intentionally avoided World Cup 2018 because now Russia they host to omone Panama ne Panama ne be show mu home and no man qualify for the World Cup who say US and should say on share no qualify nko because no person be qualify be okay men ko tournament no to omu US na nka say nim how two countries are more frictions in terms of political lines the teams into no refuse to qualify for World Cup 2018 and ne what too short at the Iran say krum hano mamu si ha asem titi as anu aka mamoma cause to tell we be so bit me aba but oban so a menyi ni se beboa do I have to quote him again Anna
Sure, yeah.
Mean quote no. Say na Donald Trump a post on truth. Sadio na buy no. Say na bia. Buy na man for think baby go back on kura but Mr. Stella amfa.
The Iran national soccer team is welcome to the World Cup. But I really don't believe it is appropriate that they be there for their own life and safety.
Where Donald Trump.
Donald J. Trump.
Ne nyina ya asem ekoba ya ye di ka chechirim dada no hoch ye nkwa ya chi ensa nko chirim bi.
All right, Kobi. Afetisima me sure say obepeso we Champions League in when games e kokko so.
Oh yes.
Enne de na ma Chelsea for no adigi deep. Akwa ku say Liam Rosinia usua adwuma wo Wendruni ho. No yeah, assistant coach Emma when Rooney or Derby County. And so now what didn't have a Hull City near the Strasbourg at Chelsea Akofana Bay. See, maybe you see a Jumano. Maybe you almost see Guardiola Hawkroom. Rooney. The ones are sit down, Naboko.
Nyamiadum Boko.
Nyamiadum. Now, what did you have to Chelsea for the year?
Say 5-2.
Almost Aqua. Api. There will be more BB as long as more api.
Yes, pepe.
As we are community. Anyway, Kobi, what do you remember Krana Fee?
So we are assistant coach to be a neches on actually with Jumana.
Ah, watch it with Juma. Now you can't be as a
and the Karim Zito natural Mr. Prince ya Usu Juma.
As in no, like these are two different situations. Liam Rosinia had never in his life undertaken any coaching job. No, in fact, coaching job here. The as a Ubia Ocean coach, a human idea. Which Nakaso Ocean free her. Ateta, no coach team Biada, no coach Guardiola say. And son of Robert didn't have a coach. You can say. How in the case of Prince Yawusuno, only Quesia Pia Jumada. I kwesi apia assistant coach or Almereko Sudanda. And I even locally adwuma bibiri what take your coaching roles near the these are two different scenarios.
But eno krempo no ukosua coaching course free baby na say o de emfani sa
munyintu
o de say okoye adwuma ko share na se kakra nti o de emfani sa anadimunza so wa coaching course ama ankofu bi akyerɛ wo ade na wi na okay o de emfani sa say
coaching course no no say hono ye kyerɛ wo theories uwi a and now enya ho na yakɔ systems e be kyerɛ ni nyina ba uwi a de o person wa line ho with no e no tie inform manager o bekwa one ne bekwa akɔyɛ adwuma uwi na ye fan of ebia three back system I doubt if a Pep Guardiola na be person o bekwa akɔyɛ attachment on no to the moment you choose in quote a godfather to understudy him, it means that as a born no type na or you're fan of now person Bobby.
Sometimes since you bit me about say you have no option a hona kwenyawo. ɛnyɛ necessarily nipa no na wo feel no
option dia na
sɛ wo pɛ baabi
ɛnyɛ kora o
sɛ wo pɛ
o de nya hwe o de won sia won ho results no betre
wo pɛ baabi a
runi de yim sɛ wa bon
what I say who runi traces kakra o
nti ɛnyɛ na sɛ runi adwuma yɛ de tutu we ho a etumu sɛ we no ne nsa wo
so the United and as Chelsea ma runi na o nwini bia na
na mo fa ma ne me hwɛ
Adam just said man obe wini bi said Rosini wini bi na obe board draw said on Ben Limoni Lees mbo draw na bi he said the 5-2 said the PSG said the 5-2
oh no brother
Lampard win
of course any nyina
all right go be again
okay enti yanko straight away back for Cheba for Junior say Liam Rose Senior in the Champions League is Liam Rose Junior yedasi Semenyo in Benabao became we Semenyawo okay o Bayern no Bayern so wenya Atlanta dia sa na ebe TV dia ye ko ye nim no amamfo ye enti yenko game no menra Arsenal dia ne dia straightforward say ombenya qualification no in the reverse fixture against Leverkusen. They are not that heavy.
Arsenal were poor.
Oh yes, but eventually no say what is important ni say we stay in the game. No wenya o chance no at a level a bit me a qualify.
But obviously so analyze it. They be see next week so I be jina no ade no so. And they aka.
But nye de biasa.
Nye de biasa sa. A bit my worse. A bit my better.
Sure.
What you say?
But I'm just saying, say, this is us now. You know, form in the Premier League, even the group phase of the Champions League.
You see, me drawing your attention to the fact, say, so simple predictions. Man City, you be asking Man City. I remember I said, okay, I said Madrid double chance there.
Yes.
But a lot of the commentaries around that game, no, our system anymore. People thought, say, Madrid. Enye Mbappe prayer say nti City bet me akwa kutua for so
okay
nti say oh yeah predictions in the Champions League that's why very careful.
Oh, I'm tipping Arsenal will go through and our score line it was one of those score lines I'll beat me GDS say at the Emirates you can easily overturn it against a Leverkusen side this season omonye too strong so
the good thing from that result and say Arsenal must lose to get out of the Champions League.
They can draw and still go out.
So Mulusu and Sanomot for Champions League. And now say it will be decided on penalties. If Arsenal ain't manche.
Yeah.
And if for every minute to be able to be an Arsenal, that's what we'll give them. If that penalty had not come for them to take that chance, and Arsenal will be forced to win that game at all costs. And Sanomot Mabagum say tie no bet me every ni tie no. But he said, yeah, every minute be able to be Arsenal that's in a competition.
Yeah.
Our reverse fixture. That goal was very important.
Yeah, me Kofi Ayadwin say, me know Ayadwin say Arsenal na no me poor. So say Arsenal ye poor enra. Na so timi manage enya draw. It tells you say at Emirates, you know, say Arsenal eba gooda. It means qualification the whole.
There's a possibility to beat Masako even worse than Emirates.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like football there. Yeah, na nensem can I be or ha. Yeah, then say that 1+1 is equal to 2.
It means Chelsea beat me and qualify.
Me a shebe 4-0.
No, my intro I was saying, na me kind the intro say. Me write it in BR off.
Oh my, you beat me a free. Tottenham free. Atlanta free. Leverkusen ko.
Na Atletico for kaso mo yewa dia.
Na say omo den kasa
da. Na my yen say obeli timi elusu match na san qualify. E bia no ni da so say wa she 5-2 no. Obebele bet obuni
Tottenham dia ni dia nye. Eti ye betwitwa bia
Tottenham dia enyi ba Chelsea dia betumi ayi.
O dey starting from Tuesday.
Ni banyo.
There be me kasa o. Who scenario now the buy now afi na me be ka di
trim 5-2 ba ku dey ye ba ku dey betumi ayi
5-2 no so bia dey ba di fio
afi na me be ka di wo mi trim ba o ka say ye twitwa bi mu kra dey ye betumi starting from Tuesday na ye twitwa
from there me no ba ya
Newcastle me dey mitwam they can survive e will come new Oh, but I mean, I will move here, honey.
1-1 for you. What? They are 5-2 for you.
They will surely go. Liverpool.
You say 5-2 back with your team. Say bet me.
Liverpool beba binya qualification. Anfield against Galatasaray. Even though it will not be easy, because I think say omu performance no kromo display or take you know. Now was committee me 1 point eba. And the he beam na ne de no kra. Why be man? Basically, see a chiche be me friend.
I said, the only more so I Bodo glimpse.
Oh, say Bodo be sporting a free. Bodo be you my free. Oh, the mekan say round of 16 fixes. The man I'm say, Tima me penance my pie sporting. Cause I the Atletico enti me, City enti me, Inter Milan enti me. Me share how a sporting bet try to survive against Bodo.
There's so much I produce Jokeres for Portugal. Luis Suarez. Sporting was 39 goals in 38 matches. So they say.
Hey.
Say
Jokeres so 39.
Once a 120 million years. Now Sababa Bosom.
Oh, the last game of league phase, he was a delight to watch. Luis Suarez, he was a delight to watch. That was sporting game.
Nigeria nigga be say was a agencies a war you know so much share sa league ni mu so mutimi share that plan yi player ba ko
Shegus no go
good man wa I don't matter
so almost our Santos be cry young boy be Santos be on the free bench never
enti enra in Spain me mo de me ka kire o wahaya say team near friend Real Madrid no who Kanu Edding and no Ababe ye clear. It's unfortunate says uncommon. In a way, a bit overcrowded. A Juma Kakran so a Belua ye enra against Manchester City. Even though at some point I felt say a ye pepana as a what didn't want to say sim. Okay, with the way of setting up any players of field day woman. Now the whole thing near say. So only Real Madrid ball in the Champions League, especially some knockout phase, home and away, young Kwan could do final baby, at any point in time, they don't need to be too good as I know where you were free. Mbappe was absent. Vini Jr. was not on fire like that, Enra. But from nowhere, Valverde came into the picture and scored 3 goals. Jude Suni ho injuries ni dey say na no ye bobo ni nyina enti nkofo ni boarding but e wo say ye de abasobode nsoma abeloa say odisade say City passing lanes ni nyina no obe close afforce City ama o ma bowo wide homo and anytime bi o de boss ne be ko wide areas no so no we plan to stop them. Say semenyo all right no nam ho a anytime be obeji bo ni bia na me can say in most cases subons about 2 or 3 players are closing it down eba Jeremy Doku ho so a e wo left ho a the same thing ubons na Valverde aba anya hwe kra no Valverde will track back no abeka anodo ho enti na afi dim for them to survive say City lose ball no so a uze no obosa ne 4-1-3-2 okay. Na one na ojina backline anim no make up Pep Rodri yenim say Rodri encheda nye a typical defensive midfielder. Say Bernardo Silva and so drop it abekan ho wa Bernardo Silva is not somebody who beat me winning balls at the amount in the midfield. And then Rakra no decided so obebo Kusanov right back. We say in most cases throughout the season ya obo Matheus Nunes. Nunes Kra was a midfielder. And now all shifting na koho. Enti minim why o decide say all of a sudden or the Kusan of Beba right back. No eja Matheus Nunes ewo ho. Enti basically I was a credit ni biko Emma Abeloa for how I was set up. And on paper it was a typical 4-4-2. But anytime be ombelu subo ni bian, you see more numbers, especially with that young guy Thiago. He was moving in and out, coming back to support. Until anytime be as a Madrid lusubo na, anya who crabit me account to bear 4-5 players at the back. Until Emma City, a din for them to break through. Unlike the group phase now, the same venue City Koshe 2-1 no. Into credit to Real Madrid. This is how Omoma life is difficult. It was our stages no. Can you bet me you omo, but obe bre. I just said last season Arsenal dear omona. If we do money simple with that free kicks now Declan Rice boy you know. Yes. Enti nkofoni boy Kanu. And as I sit here, all my mitwa omudi mu no so metwa City di mirefi kra Madrid will go through.
All right.
Now,
Paris.
Paris there.
Another person can we be
and now come a Madrid. You see, there's one thing I saw as a book coach and I was a Madrid coach. Sure. Unim. Omu give me a typical case of Kanu, that slogan trap na ayi bela. And almost set a trap Emma City in the year. They decided some City more born through the middle. To hear the method no boy na. The back line nipa no suspecting say or you weak a trend. And untina side on the Valverde boy. Valverde is a midfielder. Out me improvising as a fullback. Ti ono one with defensive duties no. Anytime Biana City nya ball no. Omo shape up for City to put the ball on the lines. City ball na. The shape na Madrid the moment no. Take the ball to the lines. Unya the cost semen yo ho. And that's all the call the kuha. Nima mienu pe na go hwe free no ho se obejeje ho a na bia watwe dia beto ne stronger foot no so no wa person bi obekele ball no and also obebo cross a teasing cross ni bi the moment two wingers no bia beje ball no any of them a oje ball bia no Madrid a triangular oshim. If you watch the game closely, Madrid form a triangle na player ni shim to over 3 players. So when I just obey the about the stronger foot no so there is a player born ba beto no ho. And I would turn so say ball pass na ku achi dia koma nipa no the pass ma that portion is blocked. So you are pinned to baby ujina na then they take the ball from you. Omu take ball na Madrid has reshaping them with other Gula running in the middle looking for the ball. Ne runs no ne track here because or a smart and or skills. It once your Bobesi Nekorana. City came with only one idea, and that idea there was a solution already in place from Real Madrid. Or more set a trap more say born odia because we know say defensively Abia from the middle yenti me in crabon money be brain. They will overload the middle for you, and the only option you will get is to put the ball on the lines. Upia koya na winger na say midfielder na unable in front of the fullback no run it back. A block space na baby ujina no. O tennis or the ball no ko achi ade befa no wa blocking no. Player na onu mum ye fullback na ye the ball na bra onso gina wanim. Then one of the midfielders na omonam fifi no will come and join them. No my 3. There is no place to put the ball again. And me my helper Godiola will lose ball to tactics da. But anyway, no, he was helpless. Very helpless. So onima de kura oya ebebu the team no. And the game no sa first half 3 no, second half no, he came with no other plan again to even change the game in his favor. Because Madrid were super on the night. Me makamenye a fan of Abalo Abona Obono. But another ma criticize I say if you Madrid so imagine some man na hwe achiri am ye season na omunko pe coach ko be hwe omunia manyina agu and likely so be trophyless. But enra you give it to him because enye the fluke say it home boys na about to the party no there was a rehearsed plan from the game no minute number 1 to your point yeah. And I think Bas City lucky that game with only 3-0. It could have been more. Penalty no crana aside. There were chances.
So I say keep on saving
na wɔbɔ tu man ka keeper be save
keeper na save na sanke say
the other say it was on target
mo share the negative aspect me share the positive
me dem so was say no so boy ya Antoinette
one say keeper na save penalty the only time I was saying say wabo afancha na abopu na nse was say no menya fa pom na keeper chena keeper na say saved. Do you take commentators now? Almost say it is saved.
Only a description. You want the ball to enter the net. Sebupu ne konche na antum. Ebo keeper na antumwa nina antum. Wasay no.
There be.
Kofi Abrewa ultimate interview.
Wasay no.
Unsay no.
Huh?
Unsay no.
No any day.
Keeper ni save we.
Entire day. Sanche.
It is saved.
Say penalty no. The idea is for you to hit and score. And to score it must be on target. Mostly it must be on target. I'm using mostly. Go bit makobo po no kana yobo goalkeeper na ahye. So it must be on target. The moment you are on target, na ball na ntima ansha. Enye wo effort na ma ball na anshe, but your dem no effort na stop ball no from scoring.
And I say we nyina ye nchiri mu ne brade.
But yanko Paris.
Paris. Kudos to PSG. Luis Enrique any players no enra me who a different attitude unlike the year who so far our season him both in the Champions League and also in the domestic league. Unim says see I will call France in the league just a point pen a separate PSG from RC Lens. I think 57 56 or so. Just a point. It should tell you how it will be close. Last season it wasn't like that. Nothing for you to even pick a point against PSG, especially around this time. But in recent times in France, Monaco PSG. Last week Friday, Monaco ma PSG 3-1 defeat any idea. But Enra in the game no. The first thing I mean who about PSG I'm a person me ball my baso attitude no says Candy was like na omuntia see why this Chelsea side a silence PSG like that at the Club World Cup and they wanted to prove a point. Said no, let's do something to prove that in terms of project any team we are better than this Chelsea team. Enti nami husa attitude right from the start of the game. Unlike the Club World Cup na starting na Chelsea na wo game nim a take game ni to PSG no. This time starting na it was PSG rather taking the game to Chelsea. Enti na omo attitude no for me generally was excellent. And one of the things a man omutimi survive in the game. Of course, omu players need there. Apart from Fabian Ruiz, any last time no Donnarumma no that goal post no almost all of them backline no Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Marquinhos, and then William Pacho. All of them started. In Finfino and in the absence of Fabian Ruiz, Obo, Warren Emery, alongside Vitinha and then João Neves, and then Nimu trained there. Or call back to those days now no about Bradley Bacola Desiree Doué any Dembele Kwaraskilia bae no ena ebeye Kwaraskilia Desiree Doué Osman Dembele ena afei Gonzalo Ramos Mone Bradley Bacola musha se omo kokoko bench any ade nti be say 90% of the lineup now or the boy against Chelsea our Club World Cup no onyani nyina. But dear nema Chelsea a lose game no. I think say one a coach no and two Chelsea's inability to be stable at the back. No I hear problems in recent times Chelsea for nyina say Chelsea a problem when it comes to the back line, especially center back and a goalkeeping so crowded. We know say issues ho. So on say a starte Mendy time Chelsea were having issues. And now Omkofa Mendy buy na Mendy Boa Chelsea J Champions League. No, from there afi as on in the performance no cry na sabe on and off ni so goalkeeping Chelsea a problem. But the intina me say me the blame no Maliam Rosinia. I think said the game management on the day was terrible. Look, this is PSG side Kanu. So udin komoni nyina e betwa be wi say as a team omo ye better change Chelsea. Chelsea team no is a work in progress. Is the reason why Chelsea team need to be mount where world class performance be. But the following game no ma sign Atiakoda. So it's not a matured project yet where ubetimi expect consistently top level performance from the side. Inti se nyame ye wadum na okọ from first wabeti second wabeti. At that time I was thinking say coach no mindset no will be say let's try to close up a bit, manage it. Na ye woman etimi break back bi ni etimi konya go ani enya ye nya a stay 2-2 say ana ye cost Stamford Bridge we are still in the game. Babra Chelsea team ani ye 2-2 no, even the celebration no kwa from my own Enzo Fernandez any the captain all of them no any omo attitude even after celebration was that kofu him they said now no ye chi wo ye tete wo mo ya tie die we can add more. And he was like Chelsea now open up and they were still playing as if they want all the 3 points. And I said was omunya 3 points no at all cost. Then came the changes. Kanu Eddie kan kra no me ka say semina me coach and come start Alejandro Garnacho. Why? Because in the last 2 games against Arsenal, against Villarreal and Wrexham, Garnacho came to play. Say Chelsea left wing OCC Anidia. He is the only reliable player. If you want to talk about right-footed players, our mobile Chelsea left wing now. So I was expecting say instead of pushing Cole Palmer to right wing, Pedro Neto call left wing. Now in between them, I Enzo Fernandez. And then I want to revert you to a back or midfield 3 of Enzo, Caicedo, Kopama. No when your space, I'm a Garnacho, our left wing. Now the Pedro Neto, Abba, right wing. So that João Pedro can lead the attack. And with Reece experience, no, I thought say, or no partnering Chaluba at the back, no, Kabema Chelsea are more stable and a certain level of composure. Enra, Wesley Fofana was terrible. And I make say, today, Chelsea to me celebrate Wesley Fofana. And we knew what Chelsea feel say BBSC because there are issues. And the lineup, no, me, I had issues with it. And the 2 time now we decided say or the Garnacho, but it was 3 minutes to the end of the game. Matisse Omasha said in Sembi to Tunis say on now leaky lineup will be and so move him. So what is answer? No see and run best 11 a.m. not Chelsea lineup a leaky.
Yeah, say a Maresca Rosinia can say after game nature say
yes.
A hard dream say
and also
but a United for no can't turn so because of experience.
Memo Mumfahi into Garnacho so. I think the coach Nini Nrakra.
Into leaky leaky na.
Oh, and the only leaky say internal matters the enfam kwa.
The case no one man need did not die. Chelsea man need did not die. Now keep an idea. Mom permanent free team ni kra.
Keep an in your problem no. It is coach no and the catcher say more that way. And the third goal now ye can one semi for PSG no. Started from Wesley Fofana. Pass from midfield to you. Gusto acting home. Amount space ewo right ho. I hear the best option. No attend no aside the ball na come keeper. But the coach tells us say on the catch room more that way. And the Kanu how manage game no any changes no odi Dilap beba de ma João Pedro nyina mu saa enti bra oyiyi ko Palmer ne João Pedro mu free mo Dilap mobile no na fe PSG fo aye free and Luis Enrique should throw in Kvaratskhelia.
83 minutes gone. Pedro ball 83 minutes.
Yes.
7 minutes back. And a Dilap boy. Zumba Moses Sabi Bia 83 minutes. They are not me here.
Hold on. As at the time
I will from now score line here say. I think 4-2 as it.
To Boase, send me by me. It was not gone. As at the time now, João Pedro moved from, it was 3-2, right?
Pedro do free mu late. Unso yi Palmer Enzo. Omienu yi omu free. Ansana ayiba. Boy na de say Dilap.
Dilap be yi João Pedro.
Ansana ayi mo bam. After that na Kanu.
Okay, 83rd minute and number 86th minute na a call 4-2. And sana 90 plus 4 call 5.
So as at the time we move from na 3-2. Yes. And Kanu say Chelsea the 3-2 never Stamford Bridge and Kafu say nkomo we nidie no Chelsea fo nya vim kakra.
When I say any defenders, omunye defenders.
No, I'm telling you say as at the time na João Pedro ni ko Palmer on omunhunti. PSG knowing what they can offer. No muntumi more manim sa. But with Dilap and the rest no especially Dilap they were all pushing.
No,
McQueen no many idea were pushing.
Why you attacking sub? At the Lee Kang In. Korean, you know. Or the Kvaratskhelia Abem. These are players that omu near Jumabia or defense or defensively omu contribute to 0.
Until you don't also take away your best players up front for the back line to be free.
The intention was or be attacking Chelsea pay goals. At killing game in the first
because PSG have more goals.
Of course.
And at Chelsea so ya nche BM stay 3-2 na ma Chelsea.
No, them some Chelsea. Oh ye. João Pedro film no. And ma Chelsea.
Yes.
Lose with that man.
Aye, na one
that many goals with that many. But it was a game I don't know boss or be pay goals I say.
Why?
I make up PSG coach, you know. I know be pay goals.
It also close in a whole containing.
I want me contain I João Pedro count.
And I started from there. Time I João Pedro free mono. Check it. William Pacho, McQueen, all of them they were now free because they know said Dilap is not a match. It means after boa PSG grammar they were rather attacking more. And Chelsea decided they will play from the back, starting from the goalkeeper. And almost says the boss nature. In the end, game management, especially on the part of the coach.
We need come out
Ankoye Kanu Ankoye.
We need come out bro.
One in coach is becoming arrogant in approaching
games.
He's becoming arrogant in approaching games. And now when a lineup, now when an attitude in the game now, he didn't go in with just a plan for the match, you know, but also with the mindset that PSG team na emre. We study on league results, no, on recent results, no. Say team na emre. This is a team at this stage, you know, unimomo. Coach Luis Enrique, in Chelsea at this stage because no mabo, no more share, no. The winning a other struggle a ball game against PSG as a league a different from our game a born a knockout a you be a film. So even at 2-2, that was when National a confirmed said PSG team no obet ma show and that he must win the game. That was Chelsea's problem. The mindset going to the game no was confirmed when Chelsea got the equalizer. And he wanted to create an atmosphere. Team no any ambience now said no a be better against PSG for no cry. So he wanted to be in the lead. You know Chelsea never got into the lead. Almost follow behind, almost take almost follow behind, almost take he was chasing a
no cry a cut here by through João Pedro and Sana.
Yeah,
offside neighbor.
Any Common City match na she be so.
Say coming from behind.
I understand.
On 3 good occasions.
So for club FN Chelsea, I think they wanted to be in the lead and see how Abia Park the Prime fans no behave against omo team no. But this is said they can see kokora oda manena. Chelsea a mistake wader against Madrid. Me Kai Havertz mokobo game bi e Madrid home omi na Chelsea lead 3. Oh, I'm saying Madrid I for yam goals ni bi nka ho. Na Madrid bet team 2. Mom be Chelsea free.
I'm going to extra time. I think took your time.
So for the night, and another thing, me say, Chelsea is solving a problem which didn't exist. Enzo Fernandez, no fan mra na chi me bo ba bia boy na so obo e wo team no. Say one of game bi said the hu ye e wo Club World Cup final no. One of game bi pe na person design bi adi ko game nti no. E ho na adi ni ko gina eye. But to decide as say boy ni position what Chelsea team no say one e be striker na chi. Eti oni Kopama e conflict or pitch no so in terms of duties. Kopama will never stay wide. O de no call on stay. Ko ball na he want to attack through the arc na box na no. And again, say Chelsea person mo free back they should omunyi goalkeeper free. And there's someone fan na mu. Omun for goalkeeper na a focus in the back see a ball from the back no. And they say Chelsea mbeko game without a goalkeeper na. Cause Sanchez ama Sanchez every ball no. I say ultimate passing under pressure our back no. And clearly Chelsea's goalkeeper Jorgensen who say ofambo kakra in the atmosphere na no woman no. Night no eteki no. And ISR no we Premier League no sabre coaches bet video ho twen no. Omo ti video ho twen no for Premier League match enkoye Manchester enkoye Liverpool ube hu a na e bia Bournemouth bi ube hu a
Enra so there na Enzo Fernandez he chire
Enzo Fernandez after take na
no keeper no
o send there normal
no senior anya normal anya normal
media me say me ye bobo no say me breast that time no third goal no for example
before you say it Saudi we are can want me who's the Chelsea for akon tokwa na anu ye so your friends Madrid for akon tokwa na anu ye when Benfica and Madrid share na Otamendi yi na Champions League tattoo so na World Cup tattoo e de kire Madrid for players ni
Vini Junior
so mo he no Sanya we players don't take it lightly say he na no point the actually
so we world champions
some of these things no okay Argentina players no there I understand
we world champion
no goalkeeper a mistake ni ade na obu foot to nsa to bobo
send the senior you be our dressing room chrome to me come
that is by who
in camera on the camera be capture
who even on the picture two players from same team or corner
enya papa
but we no nya so he was just telling him say masadi na we
he was a down moment sometimes there's a for all you know, the Enzo Fernandez crying sama other goals near day. Bye.
Well, Argentina found more attitude problem.
Coach ni na ma goals ni buy one close game no one manage game.
One man sorry now.
But see the big question is, can Chelsea qualify? I will be honest and tell my Chelsea faithfuls, ODK, Honorable Ejasafo, Dr. Santiago,
Master
Jobo ne. Chelsea fans ni nyina momi anyintum say no your chances of qualifying no be 5% pe. I've seen say ye take inspiration be from 2012 when Chelsea nya a comeback against Napoli and Benfica and then even Barcelona, the manner in which Chelsea go Barcelona free man sana kra na final no. After Bayern they take lead and all they did, Chelsea stay in the game eventually. Win here. But the biggest of all in that year, no, Anna Obie Kanwasem 2011-2012, no, one against Walter Mazzarri side, no, Napoli. Chelsea could lose 3-1. The city of Naples. And reverse fixture, no. Chelsea be winning 4-1. Edinya qualification to the next stage, which was 5-4 on aggregate. But Kanu Sabreno check Roberto Di Matteo anu wo hwe ne lineup or the boy ewo Stamford Bridge. Edinya sa comeback no. Ivanovic na ebo Chelsea right back. Left back na Ashley Cole. Hwe David Luiz any John Terry na partner was center back. Omani mumienu Frank Lampard and Mike Essien. Ansana Ramirez, Juan Mata, Daniel Sturridge and a Didier Drogba a lead attack. No. Chelsea problem pa chire. As we speak, I don't think say David Luiz and John Terry no movie. Ebano left back, right back there we may. Even in goal post it was Peter Cech. Is any eka jogging anyway muhwasemi. It is football. Bibia betimi esi that night ewo Club World Cup final and I say betimi esi ewo Stamford Bridge, but I tell you what, the who freeze PSG for hono omesua omo lessons, and I think Luis Enrique crowd ready game ni ye manage game ni ye enra compared to Liam Rossini. Of course in terms of coaching ye Rossini ayonko any Luis Enrique asem na aba no abenya Chelsea platform na abeye one of the big platforms in Tina Amasisia no obi e kan ho asem. Enti I'll be honest, me ameti ma give you up. I will only hope say biana one of those surprises, wonderful nights in the game nibi a happen at Stamford Bridge. It is only miracle be and a bit me ama Chelsea are qualified, because it is difficult with this Chelsea back line. I likely say Wesley Fofana and Chaluba no man the best abo. Wabra this time Kvaratskhelia will not start from the bench. Go free injury never no waba abebo 2 goals a winning man of the match. Into the next game no a straightforward. I just say be obi pray April a desired way. Any Dembele and a Kvaratskhelia and a belly the attack no. Into a thing. But you here for Nekana sem. Abribi atwa mu say we I had to say ode ponko e kwose panie anyway. I'll be honest, the situation now is difficult. Intimi ameti I say you know my fan will trim say next time na no na the pressure beba Rossini aso no. Imagine that Chelsea entimi anko quarter final stage and na Premier League no so with the performance aye hu no na Chelsea enya Champions League football next season. I am sure, say, at the end of the season, Chelsea will look for a new coach.
Ekobansa hwinsi
said here.
Say Chelsea lose the tie no. No man say make Champions League.
Hwinsi say. Say Intia.
You see,
that's
one. I think the most worrying thing of this 2 nights in here in no, for me the English clubs and the results are on put up after league phase now 5 clubs making straight into the knockout phase. And Newcastle are qualify best also. Now 6 teams in 2 different nights. English clubs did not record a single win. No win from the 6 teams. And as we speak, a bit more risky dropping out of the competition. Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspurs, Liverpool, the enemy who say is straight, just say be in the next weekend and all match. I convince him. So out of the 6, you can clearly say Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspurs out. Chelsea, unless a surprise happen. Newcastle, it is likely that Barcelona will account for them. Arsenal and Liverpool could and City they are so almost gone. About 5 or 4 of the 6 with a scoreline a free first leg risky set one your monk on the stage, And I'm sure those who are very critical of the leagues, may start it after next week midweek we na say English clubs be force every month. League phase na man for person more qualify kekentina England for nya kwara nya to say league no more hye no mo ho odin na 6 teams score Champions League na 5 e making it straight to the knockout na Newcastle sa kofa e de be so interesting nights of football Tuesday no and Wednesday no but I'm very disappointed say no English club in India even all 3 points from games on boy no? win from games on boy no?
All right, any Akuma beaters home come in the next best 10 minutes, but the very visitors old audios be na yehu hawa and common city Blackie 1984 Enterprise for Mune de Akuma beaters ni Akuma Tajele ko Abba and some papa ya bohu de raka hun sama kan ye nya kan so the san say san bua nipa so the best say wo de ye nton bi wa ha emma ntia na wa hye so Akuma beaters eyensa for Ashanti region they bia enye tu ayi wa ha because amanfo shase kan wasem wa hanche nemum oko other parts of Ghana oko Bono East Northern region Savannah Upper East Upper West ene dia kanyina bra Western North Jack omo agye tumu ankasa hu sampa is the number 1 alcoholic beverage ewo samantem ho nyina na santimantem ankasa kra no kra pa ne se ekopa manfo eto manfo twa bi correct na wono mu twa bi no so de bia no wo mu nyina di ho adanse enti mbese yetie walasti kakra yewi ana afi ye de enkomo aka no ato amoso
ena nwumrei menu asa wo teme nka baby a wo bia sa wo tikem sa wo fie sa wo ti pragem na wo ko fie oba de nyankopon na nkasa nka ho wei Blackie 1984 Enterprise yaso ye ene edimaduru ena anwumre de tie ne se me no ba ba twetwe nkomo ena anwumre ni nyina ne se ensa hodo abadwama so aye nonom na ensa asese no aba no edoso nemum no opepa pe wo mu na me ba ba kirewo se be ye beboa na afi wo nso watimi anom esanse enipa de ye nom akoyemu ene de tie ne se ye di no eno ene eboa boy ho ban gye ye ho ban paa yi intino hyene nso se ena anwumre se wo timi nka na odie o se okwa adwama so okwa akope de tie ne se eye ensa bi anomwa enkonkope ensa kwa enom Blackie 1984 Enterprise yen ene ede Akuma bites Akuma atadwe ginger liquor no ede aba adwama so de tie ne se we eye nsapa onum bi eboawo amani padua na nkasa na ahoɔden ahodo no etimi ba hyɛ no nso sɛ enipa onom nsapa eboa ema wankasa kwa wutimi didi sanso na onom nsapa eboa amani padua na nkasa ahoɔden baye enkonkonom nsa ade bɛkyew no na wanimu atwefia sanso na ensa ade bɛkyew no bo sɛ etwa picture akyerɛ obi ase enra ke wonum kakra mepacho ensa me kamfo de amaw ɛsɛ nom eyemienu Akuma bites ene Akuma atawyi ginger liquor nom ebeboa ama bibia timi akoyi Akuma bites ne de bia meka ye de ne mapa ene de aye peprewum hwentia wum ɛso wisa ɛfom wisa ewum ɛna afedi etie ne se mahogany dua no eno bi ɛka ho enua hodo a kyese dɔso paa ne akeka bom ɛde aye Akuma bites no enti egu mu ne mu a on say yes wei ɛyɛ ensa ye de oba de nu pa ene de aye enye ensa yakwa akofa ebia ye kan se enema bi flavor bi ne de afrafra ne de aye wei eye ensa papa ye de nubran yen hini anafi enema aka ne yakeka bom ne de akɔhɔ asom atwe ne ma papa ewo nua no mu no ene ade ye ensa no sawonum na Akuma bites wei oyo oba wonum onsabuo no ensisi so ya ebeboa ama omensese no atimia sisi so ye kama mechira wo hawa obepeme ni mienu esanse permutation no eye no ne boa ema ne timi koyi pa ensa wo enya nsa obenom no ade ebekye no bo nsa akwaji wanu na asa wonum onkasa nwu nua so no o ka chem se o utwa me ble dabi num nsapa esanse ensa papa no nwan moaye no enyi yanum ensapa nya ade a ebeju wanu mu kankan ensa papa no eye Akuma bites ene Akuma atagyeliko ene na anwumere me kamfo ede ama enipa bia ɛsɛ wobɛno nom bie sɛ wo energy level no wɔ fam deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛ wakɔ adwuma wobaeɛ wayɛ mmerɛ sɛ kusi a wɔhyɛ mu mu a yɛabɔ no so no a pɛ akoma bi test ne akoma atadwele kɔ no bi onom wobɛhu sɛ ɛbɛboosti energy level no ama deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛ adeɛ nkye no na ho asan yɛ dendenden na wode wokɔ nnwuma so woyɛ bɛrima woyɛ ɔbaa wokɔ odwom yi deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛ wosisi taa yɛ ɔya na wapa so joints no wonya pains adeɛ kyew na wosɔre afiri kɛtɛ so a ɛte sɛ deɛ anadwo no yɛde hama ɛna agyingyam wɔ mesrɛ wo nonom akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no bi ɛbɛboa no afei no saa pains no nyina ɛyi deɛ afiri hɔ na afei wo nso woatumi anya ahoɔden na wode akɔ na waba akɔpɛ sika deɛ bɛfie wada ma wotemi nkɛ na anwummere yi yɛyɛ aduane de si w'anim wontumi ne di adeɛ a mekyiri wɔ mabrabom ɛyɛ w'ani di daabi sɛ woda mpa so no neɛ woba abɛkɔ a saa tam no na w'ani di aba wo ɛsiane sɛ wapanta no kansi so na mmom wowɔ ahoɔden a wokɔ ba kasa ɛtumi sɔre ɛmogya di wo mu afirisane kama no ɛmeɛ nka nkyɛw sɛ w'ani di daabi ɛno mmoa wo ɛsiane sɛ nipadua no sɛ wodidi a yɛsɛ food provide heat ɛde ma nipadua no na wantumi anidi a heat no wobɛnya no wɔ yi enti bɔmmɔden na nom akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no bi ɛbɛboa no afei no w'anum a atoɔ wontumi nidie no ɛbɛte w'anum nwan ɛnsa wei yɛ nsa a wotwa a ɔbɔ adeɛ no pa no ɛwɔ mu no nti no ɛtumi ma wotumi di kama na wodidi nso a wo sɛ yes ɔmu atumi ayɛ du enti nom bi ɛbɛboa ama biribi atumi akɔ yi woyɛ bɛrima wayɛ mmerɛ wɔ mpɛm mebaakyɛw deɛ teɛ no ɛne sɛ akoma bi test ɛne ne nua akoma atadwele kɔ no nom bi ɛbɛboa ma wo mɛnsɛm no asiesie ne yie bɛrima oyere tɔ adeɛ kyɛ wakyɛ ɛsɛ wo nom akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no bi ɛsiane sɛ bɛrima deɛ yɛnyɛ sɛ yɛabɔ wo nko a sɛ brabɛbrɛ ɛsɛ awareɛ mu mfasoɔ awareɛ mu dɛ bɛrima wo nso di bi na wobɛdi bi deɛ a ɛnyɛ ebi a sisie mu hahaha ɛna ɛsɛ wode kɔ sɛ wo nso wode kɔ akɔdi awareɛ mu dɛ no bi ne nyinaa ɛne sɛ wobɛnom akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwe gingerle kɔ no bi ɛsiane sɛ wei ne bɛboa ama tadua no ahoɔden aba mu kama wobɛtumi agyina so na afei wankasa no anadwo no energy atumi aba ɛsiane sɛ duru saa mmerɛ wei no a ɛboa ɛma mɛka ahoɔden no nyina ɛtumi twe ba ɛma biribi atumi kɔ nti ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ ɛna mekamfoɔ ɛde ama menua ɛsɛ wobɛnom bi na biribi atumi akɔ baabi ɛtontɔn sɛ bia no wowura ma wobɛnya bi ɛmaa no nso no mo a mogyina awiam ɛyɛ awia so adwuma kyɛ mo a mogyina gya ho ɛyɛ gya ho adwuma kyɛ mo a motaa soa nneɛma a ɛmu oduro obi asoa nneɛma a wobɛhu sɛ ne kwan akyi nkasɛɛ ne ne sisi nkasɛɛ no ɛyɛ ne ya woba fie a bɔmmɔden ne pɛ akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no bi ɛbɛboa paa ɛma no mobu mu nsa a mɛnsese no ɛnsisi so ye kyerɛ wo sɛ deɛ kyɛ ne sɛ ovaries no nneɛma nkɔ ye ɛmfama ovaries no enti sɛ wopɛ sɛ ovaries ne fa nhye yie a atadwele kɔ no nom no ɛbɛboa ma kyɛ sɛ nneɛma nyina no ɛno nso watumi akɔ ye paa ɛsiane sɛ ɔbaa wo kɔsua no to yie a ɛna wo mɛnsese ne folo ye ɛyi pains ɛdi firi hɔ mo asese makɔdane calendar nkurɔfoɔ ɔhwɛ mo so na kyɛ sɛ ɔmo de agye akatua no nonom akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no bi ɛbɛboa na ahoɔden no atumi aba ɛbɛsiesie ɔbaa wɔ skin no ama wɔ skin no atɔ so obi hu a ɔnka sɛ Ghana ha kora mpo na woteɛ ɛyɛ ha ya na wɔ na mmom no ɛnneɛma pa a wotumi nom na wotumi dididie nti no ɛno ɛyɛ akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwele kɔ no nti no wobɛhu sɛ skin no ɛda so nome ɛsiesie honam ntima no nso mononom bi ɛbɛboa ma biribi atumi akɔ yɛkɔ holidays mu ni kofideɛ teɛ ne sɛ programs awodoɔ wɔ hɔ madama sɛ modeɛ yɛkɔ adwabɔ bi ase sɛ program bi ase ɛna yɛkɔ akɔhyiam na sɛ yɛde ɛnsa ɛba na yɛde ba bɛsɛɛvi a ɛnsa a amansan agye atom sɛ onom a ɛboa nipadua no ɛsiesie nipadua no ɛyɛ akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwe gingerle kɔ ɛno na mekamfo ɛde ama obi biara hyɛ no nso sɛ wowura mu wɔ baabi ɛtontɔn sɛ bi a wobɛnya bi Blackie 1984 yɛ numbers no ɛyɛ mmienu frɛ yɛi wowɔ pub wowɔ restaurant wowɔ deɛ ɛtɛ ne sɛ drinking spot anaasɛ VC10 bi mo a motɔn nsa ɛwɔ table so ɛwɔ PZ Ketia Dr. Mensa ɛne mpɔtamu awodoɔ no mo deɛ no ɛnyɛ sport ɛno ɛnyɛ pub ɛna ɛnyɛ VC10 table so for no ɔmo hwie sika paa ɛkyɛn paps ne bebree enti mo pɛ bi na matɔn no maako ɛde ama ɔmo ba hɔ ɛnso ɛbɛbɛnum bia madawma momfa numbers a mede to dwai na mmom hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ wowura baabi ɛna wokɔ akɔpɛ nsa bi anom wokɔ na ɔka kyerɛ wo sɛ akoma bi test ɛne akoma atawi gingerly kɔ no ebi ni hɔ na mmom ne nua bi a wadawma apart from yenu wei no eni nua bi a enti no ka kyerɛ ne sɛ mema wo number no fama no na ɔno nso mfrɛ no afei ɔmommerɛ ne bi 2 numbers no ɛyɛ 0249 671 984 0249 671 984 second number no ɛyɛ 0245 105 476 0245 105 476 numbers wey ɛde wobɛwuram ɛwɔ Blackie 1984 yɛasoɛyɛ na afei wo nso no watumi a request for akoma bi test ɛne akoma atadwegye lekɔ ne bi ama bibia tumi akɔyɛ kombo no nie na yɛmfa nsɔre so ɛmɛma no ɛsiane sɛ nyankopɔn bɔɔ lion heart ɛde tuyɛ mu no yɛka pa no so bɛrima mɛpakyɛw gye akoma bi test no two tot na wode agum disposable num na waka kyɛ ne sɛ ɔma wo atadwe ginger lekɔ no 2 ɛmfa nka wo ɛyɛ 4 na wode agu wom within minutes obon sɛ emfifire nkitinkiti bi tew ɛkɔba ne saa na wawie adwuma no sɛ aduane na wokɔ akɔtɔ atɔbanku no ana fufuo no wotɔ fufuo no ano agye mako di ataa pampamu na wasa gyene no de apete so kama ɛboaw ɛma wotumi ti bi di bai bi di ɛma ho tɔw ɛno ɛyɛ akoma bi test ɛne akoma atagele kɔ no ɛna mekamfo de ama wo ɛma no modeɛ no meba mo kyɛw ɛnam sɛ nyankopɔn yi ɔbaa ɛde firi bɛrima mu nti deɛ bɛrima bɛyɛ no na waba fam kakra ɛma no deɛ no monye akoma atagele kɔ no ɛyɛ 2 na afei mo de akoma bi test no 1 mom ɛde asom 3 enti kombo no ɛyɛ 4-3 ɛkyerɛ din na wode akɔ akugu Blackie 1984 ɛne ɛde akoma bi test ɛne akoma atagye gingerly kɔ no ɛde aba
mema ahwɛfoɔ ne etiefoɔ nyinaa kɔ ababa Amuzu Beverages Enterprise na yɛde nse bia bɛfɛ no Amuzu Bitters aka Atopa 5000 bitters weyɛ nsa ɛde nubna korɔgyen a how bie ne akyiri yɛde ahyɛ na etiefoɔ a ɔmotɛba me hɔ deɛ dodoɔ na bɛgye Amuzu Co Herbs ɛkɔhyɛ ɔmadeɛ no madeɛ ibisu bɛgye Amuzu Manpower Herbs na ɔmakɔnoa anaasɛ no akɔhyɛ ɔmo nsa ɛnɛ baka saa nnuro mmienu nyinaa bom ato ne din Amuzu Bitters deɛ kooko ha no sɛ otwa bi na ɛkɔ ani deɛ ɔse ne bɛrima asɛm ahoɔden wɔ fam sɛ otwa 2 tot 3 tot na ahoɔden no epagyaa no ɛnam damrama ɛne ododua a yɛde aka Amuzu Bitters winti ɔbaa bi a ɔse oni atenka bɛrima bi a ɔse oni akɔnɔ ma ne yere onya twa bi a sɛ atenka anaasɛ akɔnɔ no ɛbɛɛni ɛnam sɛ de pɛprɛ ɛne hwintia ɛde afrɛ nti abrɛ nsa no ne pampana no ase ma wotwa bi a enyi wanum nti sɛ wokɔ dwabo bi ase na wopɛ sɛ oni so ɛbɔ ne so kakra twa Amuzu Bitters why ɛbɔ ani so ba enyi wanum Amuzu Bitters tɔɔto baako atopa bebree Amuzu Bitters obi a otie a ɔsi doctor adeɛ kyes me kumiko dua so a biye mutim anaasɛ constipation ɛwɔ me so onya Amuzu Bitters twa woyɛ bɛsane kama obi te bu akɔhoma na so yɛ 7 favorite food a na ne kɔndɔ ne no matro otimi nidi wonya Amuzu Bitters twa akɔtwetwa appetite na aba medre na wontimi ni no obedi akabo ne kama Amuzu Bitters ɛyɛ nsa ehwam yie pa ɛnam sɛ nnua na yɛde afrɛ ma hoɔden nti onomu a tipa bia ni akyire sɛ metwa Amuzu Bitters ɛkyɛ manya hangover bibia sɛ ni hɔ sɛ manom Amuzu Bitters ma ade akyi hunam yɛ me ya daabi nnua na yɛde ahyɛ nsa ne nnua ɛma nipa hoɔdene ma insecure how setipaye uhubi insaburachi how se imuai ha
manya hangover no me hu bi we ya insa minya me kan kuduro so a me nu akuduro so a me no mu a how bi ani akire de otie mi a onu bitesi bia mu a no dan won say na twa muzu bites na yede beba oba bi otie mi a owo menstrual pains obu ni say obre pa no onom amuzu bites mesebo so meso a be ko fichire kama insan ya me kan ho asem ehu nya dene ne bo so nya dene se dodo pa no petu dia no aba santase apampatia na wa frɛ na my 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 amuzu bites ekoye
Ensana nubinasha no manabo. Ensa bem no.
Amuzu bites.
Você?
Amuzu bites.
Amuzu bites.
Ekoye.
Apomode mapadie eno ane hepa plus mixture. Apomode mapadie eno ane hepa plus mixture.
Unia, Pavi, and the Plaxmox Mr. No,
Malaria Dronana.
Anne, say an answer. Who bet ye the same wife, you know, you're tested positive. Ah, ya no be no. Says a cool malaria morning, you know. I'm in negative. Adia,
1 hour, Hepa Plus Mixano, and what do you swabba?
Cynthia,
I was so immune system, a strong debia, anti Pavi,
a support to immune system, no.
Not Plasmox, no so, to malaria no good. Malaria symptoms, at a say, a tipaye, a fear, one more tour, and 1 meranums. Achakura 4 days, not Pavi, and the Plasmox Mixer, 1 mono, 2 malaria and asakura. And yes, I who doctor. From 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Grenady Pa Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus Nina. A pin for about or more manufo and Quada when you feel to me come. Our pharmacist and her bash.
FD I did Hey, Opani, Mashasha watch. Sir, perfect series books here. Oh, my Mikoto be mamma mano. Oh, Jajai. Abua wamo say what to make in kind kama. What cabrofo. Wow. Nankunta walk ready. A Jajai.
Wonderful. Miss Ghana for GIJ perfect series. At 2 more dear. Jai. No, dear name D4 and a chair woman Pia. Our crutch. Nursery. Any KG. Books PAB. And our science. Creative arts. Maths. RME. History. Coloring. Computing. OWAP. Nina. A free basic 1. Equasi basic 6. English. A free basic 1. Equasi junior high school. Near Band combined store. Or when you be English nom and maths nom. Me say. Books to be anywhere. Perfect series. Any B. Na GS. Any NACA. And so I'm approver. Into a battle Pia Koto be maneba.
Hey, and that's a way dear. So could be crab to me. I could chew. Akoton. How many students?
Na and look at dear. What table one say. We almost have certain mock exams, terminal exams, and midterm exams. At the master schools, a here one more. At 2 phone call put to a station and crying down so mine. First stop, and your mama by beer, your tonto books to beer for 0243 299938 and a 0540 755 465. Perfect series.
Your worst future is secured.
Kitima Heba Center. Yana Yakofa Pada was will be about Esayalewa, everything say, chlamydia, syphilis, Oba, I won't baby as the pacho, and I say, be a bonka, then maybe on so a pacho, or no, you won't baby as on the Bema too heavy, will be so hard, a low spend count, will be on the Beman's where a Bukra Kojoto, or hernia, stroke, hepatitis B, cancer, stomach oxide, will be a kidney, will be the Nakuma, the pacho, will be so on the Chilka say, yeah, will be a hormone power, I let it say fabro, a sin quite, Yarabia, me say, one tea, Samabo Dimbiano, the pacho, Nina, Kitima Heba Center, or by Bitima Sama, Kitima Heba Center, Yaya Juma, Eda, Eduarda, Akopem Memen, so if you are Obehuye, Accra, and I said Kumasi, Abuakwa Sepas, Ofre number 0246 91 47 17, Accra number 0541 238942.
Ah, Akuma Bitters, watch Makoma, Akuma Bitters, near Chienie.
Otec 102.9 FM. driver need ye sa wote sequence wa bibia betumi asi eno nti na wasa wo motor insurance ayentem ema wo hotoso na enya wo mo wani ntutu nka wo nsam ahohiahia mu say comprehensive motor insurance third party fire and theft and third party nkoa provident insurance ni wani daso every January kosi March sa wo insurance wo ye ho ana o renewa ye chawfu coupons and branded souvenirs kama enhihye kakra wo provident insurance branch bia ana ye agency outlets obetumi so call license broker bia ho wo penchiremu bia fresh 050-937-4928 ana call providentgh.com kaisa wo yankronkro ebe hia Ghana card ana dwumako so ebe hia 10 number sene e nice nhihye tie
with Provident man you're covered.
Yadiaba Braki 1984 Enterprise at Akuma Bites ne Akuma Atadwi Ginger Lekono Abedjaso. Akuma Bites no yade 20 ni Shentia Pepre Nubuna ene nutahini ahodoɔ ɛna ayew. Ɛno a ɛna mrantie mabawa ene nipa binom ɛde bɔ wɔnum anakrewa. Wonom nso a ɛmo wɔnum ɛtɔso. Na ɛnam ɔdoma nkoma nneɛma a ɔde ayo ne nti. Ɛsan wɔ mfasoɔ bebree. Afei yɛsan wɔ Akuma Atadwi Ginger Leko. Ano de kewo jejejejejejejejan eye power enam atadwe ene akekaduro ninti se wo twa bia emma wo gina wona so peme di wakongosam ememam enti wedie nunum bi bubo bi na wo ho ensepew bitasi ubenya bi wo Ghana fana ba bia telephone 0249671984 Akuma bites ne Akuma Atadwe Ginger Leko ekoyo na edadin so
Mami Kabi Kosivi, Mami Kabi Kosivi.
102.9 Otec Sports. Otec 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Line ho, uyu line lelo mana wanzeru. Line ho, oh, uyu line mana wanzeru. Kajama.
onioma ye fia odi besi ne kama empo se usika sem e wo foma wo de kɔ abapa shopping mall na afi ade bia upe bia no betumi atua ne kakra utua wi a na afi omo ankasa asoa e de abrɛw e wo fi wei unya bi wo bebia agye se abapa shopping mall omo ye free delivery e wo mo aso ye wo hwehwɛ abapa shopping mall wo behu omo e wo tafo 3 months sakasaka park wa enim ho abronsan na esi wo no e ho e na wo behu abapa shopping mall o fro mo e wo 0593 386133 0593 386133 and I say 0593 391848 0593 391848 Hepa Plus Live Band SMN Kancho say uye a year uye wedding crusade ena uye birthday party sorry any schools mo babe ye program mo per live banda eye Hepa Plus Live Band ena me come for ediama chroma de live band no endorse nemom the amount for agiatum omuko program uhu difference eye Hepa Plus Live Band inti from I was 0593 386133 0593 386133 kwaji the fearsome 3 enomiensa eni aka boom a friend the fearsome 3 Hepa Plus Pavi ena fe plasmos yare bia e ha ubia no ebetu ase e dia ma empomentwen emma yare no enka wonto ho hyase nenom the fearsome 3 ebasa yare no entimi enka wonto anase entimi ene wonko eba no menstrual disorders a yenuanom ma abosume so na se muko mficha mote yaw obi wo ha ni flow no emaye eba kra eba kakra bi no the fearsome 3 stroke ena aka wato ho diabetes hypertension odi malaria fever typhoid fever ohunam eye ya obi wo ha onye ejuma bia nso obon sen honam nyina eye ne ya kwaji the fearsome 3 low libido watinka ene wo form ono dofu hia onte de odi eye the fearsome 3 emema na moye mre ewo mpam a muntimi emu adwuma yie no kwaji the fearsome 3 infections ena ehawa onuma ebetu ase edi ama the fearsome 3 de onuma chese eboaw ema onkwamo no eye den ebasa oni yare etonkwanta no apan the fearsome 3 eye Hepa Plus Pavi ena fi plasmos no age so power to the people Fred Doctor was 0542 778572 0542 778572 and I say 0542 807907 0542 807907 eno eye the fearsome 3 eba ni paint dia ko extreme coating se ho ena okwa akwaji u paint papa bepa cho menti usika ensi fie na fe enkoto fake paint anase a cake paint bia ebasa obetu sika atwene anase mpo sika na wate ede ato paint no emfa so bia emfa emrew extreme coatings here omo paint no every turkey ubuso bia obeka che say asasi so de eye turkey and omo paint no eye quality me che de ntia e wo say uchusu extreme coatings omo paint no eye original nyinyira every turkey no achi no otu sika eto eye extreme coatings omo paint na onto usika ntwene ye u painti a eye durable eye papa esa ye long lasting e che enyafe ena obe painti ufie na nsuo beto anase ewia bebo no na afi u paint no obon se pepa debi extreme coatings there omo paint ni e papa utimi edi painti ufie no ho anase empo efie ni inside no the friend interior decoration nyina no obetimi edi a paint inside amana ye fe omo stone x ewo ho omo prestige omo graffiato pearl and afi white and off white paint nyina no okọ extreme coatings a obenye biato na omo se enkanche se obo maso ye na obeto painter omo special package e de maw enu achi omo ewo special training session e de ma painters nyanti kan ho efa oni eche extreme coatings e ba ne painting dia omo ena eye number 1 obehu extreme coatings ewo Atinga Junction opposite La Petite Chemist Atinga Junction omo ne La Petite Chemist no ɛna ɛdi nhwɛnim from ɛwɔ 0200 922202 0200 922202 Provident Insurance Company Limited ɛsɛ menka nkyɛw sɛ bra ɔma so ɛyɛ na bɛyɛ insurance promo no eguso a ɛkɔ so started January this month, the month of March ending ɛna ɔmo promo no ɛbɛbɛ wie mpakyɛw kɔ na ɛkɔyɛ insurance ɔmo yɛ comprehensive ɔmo bɛyɛ bi ɛde ama saa nso ɛna third party fire ɛne theft ɔmo yɛ ɛna afi third party only motor insurance ɛno no okɔ a ɔmo ɛbɛyɛ ama kama okɔyɛ insurance ɛwɔ hɔ a ɔmo ɛbɛma wo akyɛdeɛ bebree wotie yi a obenya fuel coupons na afi nso akɔ akɔbu fuel free ɔmo saa wɔ branded souvenirs t-shirt ahodoɔ key holders ɛna afi nneɛma bebree ɛna okɔ Provident Insurance Company Limited na sɛ okɔyɛ insurance a ɔmo de ɛbɛkyɛw ɔmo branches no ɛdɔɔso Swami ɔmo bɛn ɛyɛ Swami decoration hɔ saa nso ɛna airport opposite DVL nso wobɛhu ɔmo nhyiaeɛ sofoɔ monkɔ opposite car bank ɔboasefoɔ monkɔ stadium road ɛna afei patase nso wobɛhu Provident ɛwɔ Brotherman Sport DVL Kumase wobɛhu ɔmo ɛna afei nkɔkɔfoɔ monkɔ nkɔkɔ station hɔ cooperative ɛwɔ Asante Mampɔn wobɛhu ɔmo saa nso ɛna Olibest nso ɛwɔ Asoase ha ya on wobɛhu wobɛkɔ hɔ na afei watumi akɔyɛ insurance ɛwɔ hɔnom na ɔmo sɛ yɛnka nkyɛw sɛ woyɛ ankorankora a wobɛhia Ghana card fa Ghana card bra na ɔmo nyɛ insurance no ɛmfama saa nso ɛna corporate clients no nyinaa no sɛ wode tin number ɛbɛkɔ na afei ɔmo atwa tum ɛde ama with Provident man you are covered hyɛne nso sɛ terms and conditions ɛyɛ applied ofrɛ Provident for ɛwɔ 0200 234806 0200 234806 and I say 0501 409087 0501 409087.
Okay. Yatwaso na yankwe anymore. I'll say Kanu, good evening to you and the family. Please tell Awa he shouldn't remove himself because he's an Arsenal fan. He said they didn't play well, which means he's not an Arsenal fan. Kofi Labi, how far with your Chelsea? Now you see your size. PSG can never score Man United and disgrace us that. Chelsea don't have any problem. Their problem is their mouth. I say PSG didn't mean say you will be so on with me 7 years. The board will be out with you who. Now PSG the Ukraine so to me Chelsea sana one of being there. But one for the young message anyway. All right. I'll say okay. All right. We should yeah Francis Obin House of Folk Chitani from Asafo na oche say otie na nwumre Francis de bia ene na ejumai enti John Pinstel akasa e babitie unim say Ghana World Cup ya yekoi country ba kwa ni omeboy England John Pinstel lecture say Ghana ebitumi adiomusu nkunim ntini nyina no ebehwe na yede hu nkomobo no ede amamo. All right. Yemra mehwe messages ne kakra ewia na afi yede enkomo aka no ato amoso. We die nie Osei good evening. Okay, we say champion Kanu. The Champions League is boring without Manchester United. We are sure. We are sure. Bema, we are sure. Omo Champions League. Anyway, we the any Siama Rexford. All right, Nazi, or say good evening, Kanu. It's very, very sad for Ghana football. Anyway, him say we cry the akwa in simple auntie. All right, you want to have real stories, you know say. We need a yama. Now, John Eduafo, so Kanu, John Eduafo, former
Bofo coach, and then
assistant Kotoko
Kotoku Royals, yeah. And I think entire lies on.
Okay. Okay. The commentary away about local players, the fact say yema omo akwenya ni ade nyina no yenti.
Metena se na mehwe ye local league no na me hwe EPL na me hu a vast distance me hwe ye local league no e de hwe EPL vast distance me hwe Blasters me de hwe ye local league na u gab na debu no se eso it's a recommended player be from the local league not joining Blasters u say distance na wo gab no eso and send a player no be to me e meet sa standard no and for now I'm happy say Benjamin Asari enya mu kwan he stands out. Nobody ever thought he could make it. But then, Nyamia Kwan, Anna, Sronko. Na me hwe Albert Amwa every winner. Minimum personally. Now, I mean, so I know when he was growing up, he was coming. Last season, now, born in home power with Kotoko, he was scoring some exceptional goals. Until say, inviting our coil, club no coil. Or buy and I say, or coil, and no man shut down fat. Until you buy me who say what drop kakra. On only player from last season, I measure say over to me call up no. Because I remember say the day are you joining national team no swapa, the day no swapa, but he was playing. Now you encourage the day as at that time joining ya. It got to a time where the day are you became until no ever to me back home you be from the local league. I know ever share nature for now. So that they will develop and then take over later.
And yeah, Coach Johnny Duafo and Yetin Kanu. Now, Shatta Movement President Charles Niyama Mensa, aka Shatta Wali, and Oches Benjamin Asari, and now Gudin Komo was MPF, was Benjamin Asari. Was a man of Quine, now World Cup no Okobi. And I'm not sure it has ever been in doubt of the World Cup.
Ufisa was saying then call World Cup.
No, they have to. They have to. Because I think you know that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, Shed Niamano different. Yeah. You know the buzz that he's bringing to the World Cup. Right? Well, nobody's talking about any player in the World Cup apart from the goalkeeper. Recently, we was confronting a picture where airports we are now. Sure. We need that. Sometimes we downplay certain things, but I tell people when we are fixing a puzzle, God makes it funny.
Yes.
But human beings always want to be like serious. But you can't be too serious and go and make mistakes. You understand me? So I think we should advocate for that for him to. Yeah.
And something no. Amuzu bitters. What's it? Amuzu bitters.
Right. John Payne still assistant coach of the Black Stars. John Payne still about ball England but for 2 Premier League clubs, Fulham and West Ham. Now, as a footballer for the Black Stars, Obobo 8 year England. And as you say, we are assistant coach of the Black Stars. Yes, Uncle Body 8 year England. And also Kai in the days where England or Kai in England for a friendly match at Wembley in 2011 year. Any match I call born next this year World Cup in the BCA kono can you see any as say Ghana England any better the battle GDC beshe.
And it's not going to be just football. It's going to be more than football. It's like a family coming to a table, but it's more than football. Playing in England, play against England is always the best. Especially even the friendly match we played in England some years back. It was beautiful. The crowd was, the colors, they believe the quality in Ghanaians, and the Ghanaians also believe the quality England has. So it's going to be beautiful. And it's not going to be just football. It's going to be more than football. And then, for me, as a technical team, we are looking forward to win.
We are looking forward to win against England. Emmanuel Ajimanbedu, also about Black Stars, as he said, we are retired if Nanze Afcon course okra koye commentary Emma Calf near dia obon homodin pa. Ajimanbedu na Ghana unu se World Cup here be ko ya friendly matches be 9. Germany for kan ho ye ne Wales mo be ball Mexico mo ni ade na o kire se ni nyina beboa pa.
Fortunately we couldn't qualify to the African Cup of Nations, so we don't know the kind of team we are going with, and profiling this kind of friendly matches will help the team, and maybe a coach might have a mind and some new players he want to add up to the team. Because right now I'm talking to you, we lost Salisu. We don't know our poster boy Kudus. He's been out for 3 months now. He will be back though, but we don't know the fitness that we will come with. Most of our players are not getting playing time, and so with these profile games, it will help us to know the condition of our players, those who are not getting playing time, and it will help a lot of the young ones to gain the experience. And if the coach is bringing new guys who doesn't know the terrain, they will know the kind of terrain they are coming with socialization, culture, and they will know the demand of our nation. They need to know the nation is a football nation. And it will be very good for us, especially Germany and Mexico is a high-profile matches, and it will really help us. So let's see the kind of list the coach will bring, and from there we can analyze and see how I think we can do well in the World Cup.
Okay, so I know in Samoa, Emmanuel Ajimambedu or the Atuja. Na Enrana story be by Enrana. In fact, Enrana was in discuss, but because of commentary near the NT. Enra and the Betuja has penning funny playing board in a meeting. Earlier reports about HS has players make complaints. Kabia Ediomo. Almost have a bokotokono, penning for Shomu bo, so much kotokomo musikabi, says Kanomusha kotokowi and a mai. And almost a catching penning force to say, one more a bomb match you and Renisia, the real supporters need to do one terminal. It make cow makuma, and also Adeba Komufis and moi. And now, almost in Legon Stadium, Honomun is spiritually a moi house of folk team in the idea. It in some day, baby, but has been penning for the crowd about bunches. Oh, a routine meeting. I want tiny players near. Now, our earlier reports about any and Shadan Cressa. And also but very much a former NCC chairman. What the Kakra Tuja after House of Folk players no.
Now we decided to make for the past 5 years in the stadium. No, my first episode the best stadium, the first no to a train or no but. We say an Arab too. I mean, this now we share here, and I'm say, some crowd waiting the time on my petrol. Look at this. I just say the players should think. No, who's a Nippon airboat. A Nippon airboat muka. No, we just ask him no more young pack and so. The first now what a supported charge who players maybe. I don't fall down because yeah, more bit new rule to the about also because they didn't lose. Let you back up. No, we judge your more time. This is not how to put material.
And some pain no. Amuzu bitters. What's it? Amuzu bitters. Amuzu bitters.
Because on Sunday, 12 April 2026, our Fanchinebra All Saints Catholic Church, and at the Parish Youth Council, New Otec 102.9Fm, Yade 2026 Easter praise no eba last year ekoho Emma Ohima Mercy ebe wusu mani kama afi no headline artist no PSA Esther na Pastor Jojo Ahen, so a very popular, very good in ministration of a num to or ya de pa onimnum to ne ban so the more far worship mo Jojo Ahen were powerful pa omunyina ba beto nnwom last year o baby and a minister Benedicta Blestack or no so to nnwom saku omunyina nyame adoma 12 omoba abeboa na afi Easter praise no emu etumi aide enti chane so say kwese da ebedi Easter ino ye 5 no ne na wotwe so ye 12 and I had a so ewo fanchine branch ye to nsafre mu nyina se mo beba beta chire na bibia ye kama na afi Easter praise no event dicta dome eba to Kumasi ase dia zede bia event kese pa no ho asem na me kan tieni ye also per venue bia obeye event be memorable forever and ye na chese wadwendwene no eto atwa ni nyina ne say event dicta dome and a dome kakraka ukonkran ni bi wo Kumasi ase dia we any first one abaha e patase adwinase aha next to Gospel Ambassador Church na tini facility no who features ni bi ni dome ni spacious ebetumi afa nipa 100 copim 500 na eba ne deco decoration was na mekan sanso na nkonwa mbetena so chillers mode munsuo ne monema hodo begum no tables ahodo a wo ho no dia na chese edasoro nkokra you changing rooms enti bia mo ye wedding wo ho mesesa mo ho along the way no ne ade a you changing rooms e wo ho ana mo ye event bi mesesa sam ho ne ade a e wo ho washrooms there kama I was standby cleaners to free so no be area so no paper so come for the next person enti misro ya na wa hye so air condition bogidi yen just say standby gen ti generator ho nkania fo no je o made a ya twatum na chese bibia e kama car park kakraka and there was storage area security there don't go there ti wo ba ho be event how you safe and your event dictadome ti wo dwene ho so be birthday party bi wo be wedding bi ana a year reception bi na be so de ba ho anniversary event bi na mo ye corporate event bi na mbeze mu host wo ho a o se akonya na ba social event bia no event dictadome wo patase dwinase ya na wa hye so itwuma sima sorry no kwan no ho na no ma sorry go 7th day theocracy yes I mean cheers of Esther papa no Esther ne papa na of opinion or down heavy brutal intimate mon frère na mon bookie for sa event dictadome ya make kan ho asemi cca 0244 08 4684 0244 08 4684 and 0550 293 645 and a grow fine tonic and an ointment nyina grow fine makes you grow fine there just say jai don't mean na no omra ne nto nchia edu na jo ani gusu be miamia phone so ni betina 4 am na se wo so redware akwa adwuma be ba cho tie ni ye grow fine be boa mo atumi ada obi a waye mre pon adwuma na kodru fia bo nso otimi se waye mre num grow fine on sora no pa no kai wabon say yes ana wada sora no pa na waye mre no o sorry ya num grow fine e mana mo menstrual disorders no modura ni grow fine because grow fine there doctor de buy ne sa friend Dr. Menses na droni timi Menses won how bia oba bi wo ho no timi kwa fe na onchima mu ne nsa me ba cho ba ne sa num grow fine na di adanse because e ma mpempem ena anu modi ho adanse se ampa situation ya make kan wa se makoko mu bia fine nanso grow fine eyo mafrim grow fine me pa cho ye de Ghana ko ya yi na aye ebua mo bia etumi nya hoden necessary vitamins are to me fight infections ni ade nyina bi wom grow fine eye duru a won mo ye adwuma gya ho mu nyina wo se mu numbi jo trani sisi so de bia ye adwuma drivers ne bank for ni ade nyina mesremo modura ni grow fine any ade ointment abeka ho wo hina ye wo ya ukotodwe usisi waposo o se pe grow fine ointment ni bi ne fastra so enwa no bebia ye tunto nru bia no okwa abenya ointment no ene tonic herbal tonic no ato enti grow fine makes you grow fine me ba cho tieni mo am besa mo ni Dr. Menses edin komo no digital herbal on a down of friend CCA 0244 596532 0244 596532 grow fine makes you grow fine na me koso aka o se last year kan de nemom me ka o se akoma bitters ensa papa enti ya na wanum bi be boa papa dion tumi nidi ontwa akoma bitters no de ono so ne de akwa esisi yare ontwa akoma bitters de na ho ode wo mpam ewo fom akoma bitters ne be boa. In fact, akoma bitters enya aphrodisiac nemum ewo herbs a ewo mu a esiesie mema yom ema hoden etumi ba satisfaction be fie ho ama nigye aba mo bia ho atono enti wo yoba wo so atenka kodi akiri a no watwa akoma bitters na bibia aye kama ya na ya akoma atadwele kono so aba we de ya atadwe ene kakaduro ene de ayensan ni nyina no eboa moja tumi koba kama menstrual disorders ni nyina ma BCC mo kama eye help so 100% atese bibia ebeboa ma bia tumi koyi enti mesraw sport ene pub bia ura bia no udu anwa obisa Akuma Bitters ene Akuma Atadwe Liquor. Blackie 1984 Enterprise for the diaba. Almost call Amo Enterprise wa dodo apibia unsabeka NK2 unsabeka bi Nana Jima Enterprise ena Rosanna Enterprise eho nyina YouTube ton wo ho. Na omo ankasa na person no mudi nkomo a no afre 0249 671 984 0249 671 984 and 0245 105476 0245 105476.
102.9 Otec Sports.
Yeah. Kanu. Oshe Ghana preparation for the World Cup. I won't say you started the preparation proper, but with few months to the World Cup, it's about 90, a little over 90 days to the start of the World Cup. Me sure say the major concern, the Black Stars players are most of them, April, be cry. World Cup no omobeye out omuntimi enkobi. Typical example Salis and as Salisu Muhammad ono kra the World Cup no oye off. And obi se Francis Abu the last friendly say boy ono so enya cruciate ligament no ono so out of the World Cup. And there are some injury concerns about some of the key players of the Black Stars. We say Kudus Muhammad, he has been out since January, but me name say it's expected say early next month and I say end of this month obetimi I available for Tottenham. And then Uyonu Froen Sunyama also I out for a longer period, also somewhere around next month ebi obetimi start training. Obi say Tariq Lampton so injuries hano. And party they so or you fully fit and I'm but game nina onye bi more say the oko ni team more like a bench warmer ewo ho. Obi say Kamaldeen Suleimana ono so a bench warmer ewo ni team. Obi say Alidu Seidu
Kamaldeen nanze obo.
Okay.
Atalanta. Even in the Champions League against Bayern Munich or started.
Okay, or started. But most of the times no.
Yeah.
In recent times now
onye bi
more. The enti ama me bubo sa place and some John Pencil Kanu or the atuja ahead of the World Cup. Yes, in him say Ghana ye call World Cup mostly big teams na way you group no. Ye try say ye be showcase ye ho e de akire countries say ye big way group mu. And yam one say John Pence I shall say about England din say for England you bet me ashomo and I say bet me any more ejinabo all because of say ye group na me sure say England and a man for atipo mo say omo the big boys in your group because in a group you wo Panama you wo Christian you wo England there me sure say ubusa Ghana ni bia and also ubuso obia say a group no why na country akanu ya tension ebe kono so pa and I say Ghana for expect say ebe the big fixture e we group no ma me sure say ye England any Ghana ena obia ebe kan but Kanu we be one of the World Cups a year kwa in terms of your squad a year de ko and even the coach are only the Black Stars at the World Cup no. Me sure say we na Ghana for bebre na no en sheda any gidi anaso omu ni hope because ohwe the first World Cup I call ye 20 years ago which is 2006 na at least ye kono na ye wo players Ghana for bebre na egidi ye say ye kwa ye betimi ayade. Me sure say in terms of coaching there ye ko 2006 World Cup no o bo coaches ekukudama o mo ye coach din emfanka ho but near wo equator ye nim say at the world stage omu capable of leading Ghana. Yo Michael Essien, yo Suleiman Tari, yo Stephen Appiah. I mean, these are players 20 years ago. Odi omo ko World Cup u GDA say at least omo ko world stage na omo betimi a perform well. Apart from that, here ko 2010 World Cup it was South Africa. Because of 2006 the ekoye yin ntino na arehemu e wo ho. And also na coach e de na ko Milo on sheda nye heavy sir. But then your core World Cup in Kanu, you hu the kind of performance Black Stars eko put in up e wo ho, to the extent that na Africa nyina etayichi. The following World Cup you call 2014 and also Kanu, you intimi and qualify from the group stage. But then you hu the performance Black Stars e put in up. In the sense that even after the World Cup in Kanu, a game you bought against Germany, it was one game. The tactical team and I say the technical team FIFA e put in up no. Omuyi Ghana Germany as one of the high games, and I say one of the best games ever World Cup. Ye who ye players, performance. Oh my boy. Kanu, the last World Cup I call ye, and also share ye intimian qualify from the group stage there. Even going into the World Cup, and also now, me fan say hopes in a share in this rosa, but at least ye to me assemble your best players at your mokoy. But Kanu this time World Cup na ye kono as a squad ye de call coach de kono. Ama Ghana for be brinano and near Rishimu going into the World Cup. But this time, Kanu, injuries are set in our Black Stars key players, I must say hope no cry and shedder in ho. Because Nigeria says Ghana, ye co World Cup na players are me bubu mudi, so moon shedder and ye fully fitter. Me sure say enon kwano ebet me a carry bibi e the free Black Stars team. And then again, even the coach are only there to the World Cup no Kanu. And also Ababeye a major talking point. She said the only thing Ghana for air train a bit me amaye high hopes going into the World Cup no. The preparations and I say the matches are ye him say ye bit me abo proud to the World Cup. And no bit me ama Kanu yetimi aye a fair assessment of Black Stars team no. Because for now Osha friendly said that yenima yene Austria bebo yene Germany ebebo nyina this month. Yene Austria bebo 27th March. Yene Germany swabo around 30th March. Ye boss are two friendlies in the May yene Mexico ebebo. For now yente any story be about the game. So a matches are Black Stars ebebo before the World Cup. And then in June yeni Wales ebebo, yeni France ebebo before you move to the World Cup. Your first game yeni Panama abo. So yeni na ye train ahe the call-ups are Otto Ado ebeye for these games. Ni ahwe ye players omo performance before going into the World Cup. And sana yenya high hopes. So for now, say you better say na yebeka so England there. I mean you bet me a show more, you bet me on bono. And what the form of England so for now can England ever form. So media for me I was say steadily you share your players any the preparations are you be for the World Cup. For me you too early. Say yebeka say England. I mean World Cup na ye kono you be show mo fan obi abetimi akasa. Ebia nipa no ebeka say obeka so that Obama Black Stars team need some hopes be. But for me, yen share your preparations. Yen share your players do your more Eco World Cup no. And then again, yen share more muli the Black Stars technical team no Eddie Eco World Cup. Ebia for now. Me ubusame me personal opinion about Black Stars performance you be putting up a World Cup ni ma. For now, make us say too early. ebi ebeye after some friendly matches na ye bebo proud to the World Cup anyhow are you players ebe recover ni enya fully fit team and answer squad and you omo akọ World Cup for now my raise hopes high say be a World Cup na ye kono I mean England ye betimi ni omo abo betimi ahye omo nipa bebe na ahye ase a omo Emma team Black Stars team no that hope no but for me too early yen because the team no for now more like a depleted side until say you bring all your best players to the World Cup now you bring a good preparation to the World Cup no me make say too early say you be sure say I raise your hopes high going into the World Cup no.
all right senior come on which of them where's the one who be two
mamin can Black Stars the ABA and na Emmanuel Ajiman bedu can preparation wasem any friendly games I align in up and on GD say
me say maybe I'm trying to there but I say internet no so no man for Nigeria for started debate be about Abedi Pele ni JJ Okocha means what she has am come on
who be the beach me am person mu kire say
in as much as who a lot of Nigerians almost are bidding in Bocha Okocha no some of them are also arguing strongly for Okocha because some feel say Okocha so the Nigeria World Cup multiple times Abedi Pele about into me uncle World Cup but born the mismatch mismatch move for Okocha metutu Abedi Pele hona distance kakra be home
but enye mama junyem say enye hu sa senior Okocha so na born dan na no a na kono keke o but now build no combine aggression ni speed ni skill yeah enti me de ne beto soro kakra but Okocha beben kakra o beben pa but preparations Kanu it's good say obedi ahoboabo ahonkomo because sa na wiase ball no say ade bi a wo ye bia no e wo se o prepare wo ho for the task ahead enti ewu nipa da sani kura to form a kakran ne de tete na mane bedrum pempen so bia o tumi react or respond to a lot of things even that the opese wo ye no okokusua ho num de near they are prepare ansana at the crowd pese we na eduru ho it is good say ubedi ahoboabo ahonkomo all the time and one of the problems ewo yenye ha no ye say in most cases eda bi beduru a wo behia obi say obeye a particular job no na on prepare ne ho that much for the task ahead and the preparation there is very important but when it comes to the Black Stars me a problem kakra when we are talking about preparations as if preparations are a problem for Black Stars in recent times. Pa say minkai nan say Black Stars a tournament, a major tournament, say AFCON, say a World Cup or any tournament. Yes, you preparation and koye in terms of baby e kwa ebe daddy ebedi the ebe nom the ebe share friendly games ebe ball any per diem ni bonuses ni all these things ye drum pempen so even in friendly games that players the appearance fee of $5,000 enti when it comes to the preparation I've always said say Black Stars party omuntu mi nsuda say bia oh ye tournament we no ye ntimi am prepare ye nya the needed friendly games am prepare team ni ye ntina ama ye call ye modi mo anso ani me ne sure say anybody at the FA or within the Black Stars ebitimi abi mekisa argument no a obenya strong points ejina so. In fact, we've seen a couple of times our players now cry in normal camping basis etimi grant interview so preparation there ekoye ba eya na there aka no ye do wa the right attitude any technical team no ability to play a system is suited players for them to deliver as expected. And then a problem. Makase 2 major issues with our Black Stars in recent times. Attitude generally Kanu on the pitch. That kind of and Breno wanting to play, wanting to die for the colours. Minimum reasons and so na omu paying so kra no manya sika pa wo Black Stars imu. Enti preparation there it has always been on point for the Black Stars. Ebia to say there now where can concerns no will be about injuries and no kra no enche kudus beba. Ebia space enkoye ni ade no oba whether will be more playing time and Sunny Abrikia ko World Cup no na ebitimi edi ho nkomo. And then the second thing ebeye omumpo omoye fit ni nso a omunya playing time no. Na anu ya yebo qualification e ho kire ye no. Se ekofa Krofrombo ya obo Oviedo Sibo ani ade ne be partner party e won finfin ho. Afi e kire na ono wonya bi mo Oviedo. Pate die ne yeka e wo Villarreal. Even your captain sisi a wo bench warmer e wo your friend is saying Leicester City. Come out in there in the last few games washa seebo. Enti Kanu, those are the things. But the biggest of all sa Gideona ye niwe ye coach ni mono. Rightly so, because ni modern mo ama ye lose sa confidence no. But of course, we are only hoping say additions na F4 dia ka ho no any sa support no mo de man no just to cushion him no ebeye adwuma. Into preparations there, I don't think say your issue say honano na me ka say honorable minister for sports and recreation akoka say be here 30 million Ghana cedis for preparations. God being so good, see a bit me assess $1.5 million every FIFA. Na me ka say we rate na ebema is something close to 60 million Ghana cedis. The bit me kra nyamfaso wo ho. Into preparation there, it cannot be a problem for the team. But there ba kunso akanu etwetwema so kakra ya Benjamin Asare nkomo no. Aden nkomo bi akoso wo baabi ana die na amanfo bi ehu e ma omusuro sa anhwe ya Benjamin Asare will not make it to the World Cup. Because I think say what there enke nkomo bi ani ho. Technical team no ni F4 ne ade nyina omo nkomo nyina e kire so Asare there. He is the man.
Na dibia me catch you say ya blame ye nsem twofo no
sa
say ya na ekofa nkomo iba
sa ye kofa ba ni say
so obi o interview Shatawale na ukobusa no Benjamin Asare to the World Cup
and me questions ne bia obi say obi oye me e bia obi be ba be bia no nim ne question no gina bibi so
no me say the question was no omudin come about ne sign na I have Shatawale sign na oye no na Shata trim say yes
I was say advocate
I didn't kunimdie ba so the question was or someone didn't call World Cup na no so sure or someone didn't call because there's some vibe be around the team no
and na me kire say Asare mu the only thing e be ma onko World Cup no e be se bia na prebia ba ana ne ho dodo no but for now there from the Ghanaian league one player ubetimi de onse si ubuaka say he will go to the World Cup all things being equal Benjamin Asare. No me they have always said say going to the World Cup no alone cry is enough. But you could do what they are. Every single game be a bobiano we should select the best Arsenals. Ebina John Peso say we are aiming to beat England any idea. It is good to aim high. na wama ahobebo anso amache ye no, and like I said the ahobebo ade always ni yenya the best, especially ahead of FIFA World Cups. And Kobada 2014 no cry ye konseska ni nye se bia preparations ni nyo sikasem no na agreement ama any co-create issues any idea. Until I think that Benjamin Asari in common Kanu yen seize fire. The guy who go there. Seems to say bibi kukosu was ye baby na nkomo bi kosu ni anymore. Womun chire mu ye.
And Asari crowd said conversation around him should not be obekwa na wonko.
It should be one
the best starting. And I say nkomo na no crown. And no crown for now. He's our number one.
Yeah, number one.
And we'll be on Trinity who be because at least give them in Switzerland no. And one number one fool. What is it?
As you believe you are sorry, sir.
No, that is
you believe you know.
That is Charlie. Yako World Cup. I'm a local keeper. Kodada. And the year there first time. Fata without that. So no local keeper.
Satam krano aba
Ashanti go. Mewa. But we free Nigeria
ba no ye kono. Ne number 1 mode na ye kwarase.
What two no that be what two no AFCON 2013 the refia. They born South Africa.
Oh ye 2014 cry ye number 1 was kwarase. Yes players ne na ekoye meeting om say communication your problem.
Do no one can say we
sorry. Yes, there were more money dinner. Or the obekobi. Ye pay even more. And ana eduafo. Can be near no. Mimi Modi have always said say mo kaze yenko chesi nketi amone ho ahwamono. And ye ma Martin Kakarimone friends say atekumi money abetamo.
Omo supporters say omo nsem fatagra omo say has JC.
Why mo?
Has supporters.
Oh na say omo no omo de abufu na kaka.
Welcome the Yenko World Cup no a platform to present the best.
Sir.
The best players are war at any point.
Yeah, dear no say
and by
any sadia yen saki to have
possibly your experienced players and so
men come on one member no Mr.
Yeah, you know, omami ati ase say the appearance alone is enough.
Aye.
Omo se nyade aye kwa akogye. Ye kan say you coach nye. Ye hwe ne mpe bi ni anya
Senegal the African current African champion. Omo sa Chelsea malangsa ama se omawie. So come alongside Chelsea defender or World Cup ni bi. Cote d'Ivoire mu Chelsea Ivorian born players bi wo mo France ni ade. Oh, Cameroon mu nyina ye omo man qualify no mpo ye zanima no. Umpo World Cup ni dey do on my emotions. Enye quota system bi near the the best players are war mine.
And by say your best players will lead.
I know best players or free or me Ghana for San Ambassador.
Our musu say more me Ghana
for team for say or moon send photographs or show team ni JC.
And the
national team JC mo no say fata.
And the say Kanu. Now mo titi bench we bruchire one they deserve so mo say JC no.
Now how can we never to be Ghana Premier League players are compare bench players with Abuche.
Na both bench who mobi.
Pateti bench. And to me the Kotoko midfielders, has midfielders, even league leaders, medium and midfielders are compared.
18 and say you won't tree you know.
Me bow. John Pencil, the na we discuss now. Pamcho with the rhetorics and that be no rhetoric to me about John Pencil na affiliation to a technical team day. The locals were higher day.
Assistant coach
and one man can say ya on kasa no. I didn't hear. About 2 weeks ago, and no interview, you know, I say, ya quarter final da, ya ball round of 16 da, into World Cup we, either final or to win it.
No, yeah, or see, yeah, about final.
Kanu me baho. Share, we are technical team member. The moment you start giving assurances of baby bit me drew, all the pressure bet him also. Number 2, I say we party, Kofi ni awa nyina. Number 1. Sound common wa ajima bedun so di na abetum bi about the day you for the Black Stars any sa anya no mo be kai a President Keto Kiriku Nebeka say Ghana ni bia yakɔ no hɔ da sɛ nkɔmɛbɔbɔ man no decline ye no national team wa topunum ɔma na mo so okay
yeah
enya backlash okotwa no ho ba ya na later obeka say any Ghanaian player bia no only left to the coach to decide say obemna bo national team na ɔma na mo nya sa na say bi no bu Kofi Adam so beka na de say onye surprised Sebane say you decided say the day you be call the World Cup na. San komona started gather momentum. Ewo conversations ekosunum. But I think that there is a way out. Your current captain here Jordan. Me mashada na me busa questions. Current captain here Jordan. Jordan di nkomo bi na nkomo na odi ho ha WhatsApp group mu nkomo senkai ye mu bi admin platforms WhatsApp group mu nkomo the conversation na say be baaye about FA president Kazi Afi the kwan na bi obi o Ghana ni bia no say selecting na coach selecting na obetima akobo bi ama there is a discussion around the FA say coach akọ meet some of these players here come mo asem no Europe na sese akonya no wo ho emu be 3 bi out of the 5 no meet your one there there's a possibility some be join Ghana e dey akọ World Cup omomo national team ni bi da there's a possibility some be ko eno na wo hwa ankomo a Black Star players ni didi o platform so na Jordan abeka ho asem no se World Cup ni hey obi anya abotre we nye kono nka ya asem we ye NC no contribution no chop omo bo ma ye qualify no omo ye good enough so mbekwa akobo World Cup no tinya afi na edi obi free nchen e ba be wura national team num omo mbo qualifies na ombeko the entire message there is a way out of the conversation say pacho momwame Andrea you Didi ye World Cup qualifies no bo say
it is one movie
until you na yina film conversation you na yina film World Cup no movie se ka se stick to Jordan so enkomo a wo hwa players na within omo Black Star no omo adina ono Jordan osai captain e bibie na no abeto e de abeto abonten say omo ekoyi wo no baaye no omo fata so omo anedi etisi edidi nkomo ama obi from Nottingham Forest ye didi nkomo ama obi from baby ase de ne ba be team no mu a omo nya qualification no ma omo da so wo ho omo ye good enough so omo de be ko World Cup no diama sa nkomo we say interest menyume o comment na pass here no say at any point in time bia no players are omo na the best and available for this nation na wo ko World Cup no omo na omo bo
unless they be obi because of disciplinary issue.
Yes, to say be as a man, that should be an El Camu di Enibino.
Yeah,
but
then I use
the
France so dropping Cantu Namuni David Ginola Amuni.
Yeah, until I use the word available. When you are a blacklisted, you are not available for selection.
Yeah,
it is our place now. As for Mubi Remua, a bimu position home by Bassem, one who be back bench, and will be a boy gentino. Sa players no hwa ye players current ones you the ball qualifies and come on mudidi within them and a captain no say na no ne pa you sense so person ka kire say de ekoso ho na o say omo qualify na omo good enough omo betimi the Ghana World Cup na kwa akobo even if enei ko bi a wan ko bi ahye be 30 goals in 20 games and we available say Ghana ni a per the logic no omo de mai no sa player and say confront be run national because afena team na jelly your ball qualifies we ya anko afcon ni bi but we are talking about team a jelly awi ntino and say omonya sa understanding no enya afena okutu obi aba bishim no abese team no and am say sa conversation koran e say yi Andre Ayew every conversation na ye keka se yemfa no ko World Cup ni bi because we am qualifies it solution ne ye from no ani nua no ho e de aba but can you know the broader picture say anko free player be within the squad no maba na free captain ho aba no me hu say the danger wo me say imagine say some of these players are minimum on board qualifies no near 2-3 be said here a bit to Majid Waris on a yin different one who's no oh yeah audio no ye 2-5 be free I'm a new place bear 5 for mobile camp aber find your feet aber find how to live within the squad no ebemwa. Can you guess what? Me assure say your guess will be as good as mine. Captain of the squad nso omo na ye mo nkobo. Coach say there be okay be 1 2 3 4 Kofi Mfrim, Awa Mfrim, o Kanu Mfrim, Miss Candy Metenem. Ne yamfa different 4 players bi mra meshim. How are we going to merge 5 players no mufra bonten ba omo mo bi da when it looks like it is the general conversation of the current squad you omo so omo bi amfrin chen bebo. Okay, kwan fa so a Korase san free national team no. Yes wo ba no de tawo say ho na tawo ira na wo hwe ni bibi no ohun na sa ne na no the free national team no. Tiafia the players be free chen ba captain so ompene. Yenya de omo ba wan hwe ya those players will be isolated within the squad. Edu ba bi so no Jordan na Ghana for ye de no. Say animu ojejina ball no so na nyenua na e ba on pass mu obi a awa na refi. Yes, Jordan your chance na say nyenua on pass ma. So imagine see akọ game na these current players yi bi ekura ball na yemfa say players ni bi a omunya mo qualifiers ni bi abehye ma me World Cup no one pass ball amana. You think Ghanaians will forgive that player? Say, now is a new place number 1 some pass ball more. We are going to the World Cup. We need a front which is united, not a divided front. It may be very disappointed, say, Jordan are you? On na sa comment in a free no waba say current squad now you good enough in TMF no ankobo. And I'm sure say stem from discussion there. Also FA president. And that's what done and but as a why more open to the conversation than Odika earlier on. Say what Black Star near fraud that one mebo and now more money in your fin do be sad and as for a backtrack. And yenya minister, former ministers, Abaimu penny for or more Mabatina Abaimu penny. Our more cut this conversation about young fat players beer. Or more Ghanaian descent, or more national team ni bi da ma him. Ebi mo kai se Jordan and you be ya. So they there you yemfa no nko. Near man of leadership role no. So one starting game kwa the yemfa no nko. Then the captain comes to tell us hey. Omo mo ko ombo World Cup ne mo man ko bo ma de no mo na se fata because omo na articulate omo yi kwan. Nya fe na bit peja na si yi mo friends loader on. Na wo de na twem akọ. Onante kwan no so bi nko. That conversation can be very dangerous. Ewe Black Star was here.
Ma atiefo nkan akra.
Near Diana agro sa say wakana tra. One here new players will come. Just like Korase, they may not find their feet our national team. And you could do Black Star World Cup or not say yan yakwana. A bit my end was here, but me say the day you conversation. You granted the Ninian Pena, a be in every World Cup. Say or more qualifiers in them. Granted the manner, there is no way Andrew Ayew will be a candidate and join the plane to US.
0505225578 0505224944 na yentio. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, I would do this and African free.
Yes, I'm Peter Mkasembla and Tobacco.
Yentio minia.
Mr. Can't work up and watch some kakra. The plateau Ghana we can qualify World Cup. Am I 5 and
so we name now say bizana.
Am I 5 my calculation. Any analysis 2006. Ghana can do group. Then Manson. They qualify for 16. Asia Brazil. Then Manson. To come Brazil in telephone, Omadi World Cup for 9. 2010. The answer that they could say Uruguay. The intervention. But they could count 9-1 with 9-11. 2014 and qualified. 2018.
2014.
Germany or Brazil.
And here 2014.
Brazil 2014. I said Germany. Germany is like the 4. But they can't learn more than 15. In this area, we work out for now. 22 na yabo. 8 countries emerges. 8 countries. Yabo maku 4. 4 mungwadi maku 15. Germany, Brazil, Italy, Uruguay, mungwadi 15. Omu de etia omu. Inshi Argentina World Cup. Inshi France. Inshi England. Inshi Spain World Cup. C'était here England group. And when you say England our World Cup automatically in dimension. Other say about draw and all this. And the other reason ko a friend look at what this team Croatia and me South America so now now did that. I never calculate you say World Cup now going to say no what World Cup in the machine. World Cup is best a draw. We begin with machine. May I say I've been going to be better. Keep it on our the second time we open the share. You're not saying that no World Cup.
All right, my table point to me. That's say hello.
Hello, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what do you? It was 5 years back. I'm crazy. Hey, oh, but now you're blast out of wake up with them. Oh, the other day, I don't know you can. Can you swap it? And I sat here. What would I get it Sunday? Who can you blast at you or my dad? Yeah, Nations Captain Mahmoud. What qualified boy here for and a material? Or Jerry was in it. Oh, indeed, just for the employee of my say, the person is different after squad, which is needed. Tell me what do with him, said, not starting when that way, and young people, especially where key players be in the required for this tournament. Such as yes, one could be some Maradona, now, one question, they didn't cry, or we never more of late, they didn't do injury. So can you agree with me? You know me and what is it? It's not people, this squad. I can get some of my dairy. Look what dairy will go back. That's what I'm getting here from the German and I'm going to go. I can my shot here be. Now, me percent of it,
hello.
Hello? Hello, Kanu.
Kaza.
But all who cross smoke when the scar say, yeah, I'm imagining I'm up and being ya. With your mamma papa in the bed. Compare you with Kanu, imagine mono, the pampa boys and a little. That is you almost so. Then I'm just remembering that we're with Simono. Can we see I'm not doing? All right, so it's Yaka. But you have a Fafoka. Electricity wounds, yeah. Can I borrow? Then I get for my head and I let your boy. Now, the person who said, Pamprin,
Pamprin, yeah, me no one now dream say more over pampa more, but I was some for some no mam results. Because team no yet they also ye be
can we?
What do you say?
Campaign for the year. Can you come about? Players not get more feeling comfortable.
Yes.
But I'm quite comfortable in the sense that what will you say? Winning bonus of Matra, Ovini Pake, Rent, Yama. Can I not see a demand in Pony? Instead of seeing very rent Yama or Yam or near the other. There's one question on winning bonus to me. I wear near the Papu. For me, I am the Papu. If you win it, then I go Papu. Thanks for imagine,
we are winning bonus 1 billion crown coaching ya. Hello? Yes, sir. Yeah, Bajawani.
It's my dread of I watch Montoyama. When you're swimming 10 more of a watch, I'm saying number 2 of a watch the old Biaron who will take you in danger. Maybe I that and somebody. Maybe I want to imagine what because we go from your Papa Biar who got for one. It's in them got to one media and ya be set to one baby, Prince Malik Macau.
All right, that's it. Hello.
It's a good day.
Yes, sir.
Na asara great Martin.
You, it you.
I mean, son, yes, my dear, my problem. Na kakra me can say. A place. A captain our pastor say. Obi hu moving ko keke. Ka onnan ka tu na ko obeni de. Asen tami sam. Obi ti won yam. On that ma o kan. Wo say obi a wa mo qualify me. Ma won ko wake up lady.
Wan kan say o say team no mo sisi ayi de o fi say omu hia so mu de obi be kan omu abetumi abo. Enye necessarily say the one more qualifier no Kobi. Hello.
Boss player back up.
Yes, Chief. Why you?
Yeah, that's all. Benji in same season.
All right, it you.
Yeah, my mom was in a castle boy. No doing season. We had the 18. Then my son is coming on the car. Then my son, you no feel comfortable now in them. Now, a party more means that going to be some say, you should be say, all can you say, no, Sarah. And today you cry now, or why the way about Mukan, be to me, interview fan was there. The day you say, oh, but the massage on one or the Fanuko, the day you dear only quite money, with Ghana, Ghana swap one. If you was all more qualified and could be near and quite near it, a bayer who by Kakramas Macanu.
All right, you have a last one. Hello. All right.
Now they tell me that say, Ninia women say, they say, a wow more qualified amount could be. Or more a made to see and say, oh, no, Mr. Marble qualifying here. I am beyond making up for the cap now, my idea. Because we'll be out from no noon who say, or say, a patch about the man in Kubia. And then inform family welcome because say an agent in the qualify. Work up here could be. In this Ghana boy, a work up of course, Ghana and Kubia. One for Mayana and Maria Bata. In the Meslam say, bless me, they are the Nazi get pips and I say, O Mamma Brian, moving car from someone there, not a moon will say, on the Quadia, can be informed from a book and walk or make a place in the info. Because your corner, your book would do semi fan, a put up fan, a plan, and DJ. About man, let me say, Chelsea, so you say, no man, Queen, you did the same time being media. If it's not a phone day, yeah, you pay food without it.
All right. That's a baby infancy. I'll say so. Labi didn't get any name to mention than Martin Kakari. What is his contribution to Hearts? I'll say, wait, dear, no man, nye. Officer South Sudan kwa ena odiwe ba Eugene yenye birthdays me na e ba na fe I'm sorry which one? All right, so we will say Anthony Yeboah Frimpong, yes, and there would that enti young we show a happy birthday Uko Suku ewo Vikandi International School ewo Suyeboa. Na o papa Odifo Mark Frimpong ena Osei Akoto show a very special happy birthday. Enti woti anka Antonia woti anka o papa say we show happy birthday. Ya mi sha bebre na fe o ma o papa no ma minya sika bebre no muntimi hwe yie se ne be ya ba ni patitiri da che san se hia ni ba eni president ukrom ha. Who be that? JJ Rollins, nane papa nye hiani, Atames papa nye hiani, Akufo-Addo papa nye hiani. Enti papa mo nye sika, ebeya ding so be di president ukrum ha. Tiyami shira opi na afi onshira awofo na bibia nye kama ema. Na Mr. Xavier Owusu, yes, one na oye CEO of Polovia Ventures. Ura heavy brutal. Ura su dini birthday nti Ura. Yes, Yankopon ho adom ni nhira bia wo pebia mounti. Nyame nya okese na onnumu. Happy birthday. Nenya many more years wasasi so. Dia hoden NHS sika yedie ewom anwoma ekoyie. Ti Xavier Owusu aka Urua on a CEO of Polovia Ventures. Happy birthday, big man. All right, so YDBC na nyamiya duma ya san beto asotina. Councilor Jakwa ya krado. Osum obesuja ni mu atwa so a enti mo bia na o obebo nwum papa. Aha, every party o mo. That Friday. Jacopa, I don't refine.
And sana nubinasha no manabo.